Greetings, adventurers, and well met Master of Dungeons here on the Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/the Master of Dungeons. We have a special tonight for you, a Tuesday night live play D&D game for our 1 year Twitch affiliate anniversary, which is today, actually officially today. It's a 48-hour celebration. Started yesterday at noon, finishes tomorrow at noon, and today is the official day, which means that I've been streaming for a year and a week, as we did get affiliate within the first week of our streaming, for full-time streaming, starting last year. Tonight we are playing a special, probably next to the last session of our Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen. I have some wonderful players here that we've been playing through. We played through a number of campaigns together, meeting online, especially during the pandemic and the virtual D&D weekends that we do with Baldwin Games and Wizards of the Coast. So let's go ahead and we'll first start off and we'll have them introduce their characters. We do have our gold pieces still live, so if you're watching it and you want to redeem any of your gold pieces, you can still do so to help the characters or hinder the monsters. Keep in mind, we do have that wonderful wild magic surge down there if you want to do anything like that, if any of the characters happen to cast any spells or anything along those lines. But let's go ahead and start off and introduce the characters. We are missing one player at the moment. Hopefully she's going to join in. When she does, we'll probably just go to our technical screen real quick while we get her all set up and ready to go and all of that. So let's go ahead and start off with everyone introducing your character. Go ahead and give us the name of your character, obviously, the mechanics of your race, class, and level, and a little bit of your backstory and how your character, what some of the things your character's learned with this so far, this War of the Lance, battling the Red Dragon Army. So let's go ahead and begin first with Io.
Okay, you had to start with me. I'm Dana. I'm playing Io Silvertide. She's from a small fishing village in the west coast of Solemnia named Godnest. She was born under a triple lunar eclipse and started exhibiting some interesting powers in her years. And she started to become under notice of the mages of high sorcery. So she is a lunar sorcerer, custom lineage, and yeah, with a fisher background. And so she obviously likes to fish a lot. And, you know, her powers are growing, and she realizes that blinding baddies is really beneficial to her party.
That it is. And she is also a red wizard, correct? A red wizard of high sorcery?
Yes, she is a red wizard. She has passed her test. She's a red wizard of high sorcery now. And
thank you, Critter66, for the follow. Appreciate it very much so. Thank you very much, Io. And then next we have Senate.
All right, my name's Greg. I'll be playing Senate. He is a Kender Arcane Trickster Rogue, level 11, just like everybody else here. And he is, 7 feet of ego and a 2.5 foot package. I've got to say, disembodied voice, when you ask me what I've learned on this campaign, I get quite offended, because that implies I didn't know everything already, because I did. And what I know is that leaders are not made, they're born. And I've had to bear quite a lot of misfit followers during this campaign, but we'll get through it. We only have another one battle or two, and if they finally be quiet and listen, then we'll get through it okay.
All right, thank you, Senate. And then we have W.
Hi, Internet. I am also Greg, and I am playing the level 11 half-elf forge cleric. Half-elf, the other half is more dwarvish. His name's Wolfgang Waldo Weatherby, but that's a bit of a mouthful, so he just goes by W. And he's kind of the strong, silent type. What I've learned is that being a follower of a neutral god reorcs means that they do not help your dice rolls. and that has been the most abundantly clear fact about me for this campaign, but it's been really nice to help out and heal my party and buff them wherever I can, and then every once in a while I'll put out that spiritual bonker to bonk zombies on the head.
All right, thank you, W. And for those watching, if you watch our Sunday Night Live games, if you think about combined how bad the party rolls together, that is typically all together how W rolls. Typically when W is rolling. Thank you, W.
An honor. Yeah.
And then we have Rifsar. Go ahead, Rifsar.
Hello, I'm Daniel, and I'm playing Rifsar. He is a sorcerer, a draconic bloodline sorcerer who specializes in burning everything. So, lots of fire. He does have a few little twists in case burning doesn't actually work, which it sometimes doesn't, but that's his sort of first go-to. So Rifsar comes from Abyssinia. He was sort of from a noble bloodline there, but they got forced out by the Seekers, and so he ended up, fleeing and went to the Mages of High Sorcery. So his idea was to kind of become more powerful and get revenge, how it goes. But then the War of the Lance showed up, and now all of that seems kind of like just a storm in a teacup compared to what's coming. So he's been off in the other side of the continent trying to take care of that. And what he's learned has mostly been that fire-breathing ferrets are actually more fun than you think, which is already quite a lot of fun. So yeah.
All right, thank you, Rifsar. And then we have Das.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Matt, or Talos the Stormlord. I'm playing Das, who's also named Dostran de Besed, or basically known as Das the Blessed. That's an honorific he basically gave to himself, but has also evolved over time to basically refer to Das the Best, which he will frequently comment that he is the best, usually when he's doing big and powerful things as a very large minotaur. He's about 400 pounds in armor and equipment, 6'8", with not counting his prominent horns. So that's 7 foot of ego and actual 7 foot of body Senate in context. the tender, who's half his size. Wearing the heavy plate armor of the Knight of Solamnia, carrying also what is a large weapon, the fabled Dragonlance of Paladine. He's a sort of hulking beast of a creature, speaking in bellowing tones. That said, he has a hefty sense of duty, which is almost as great as his hefty sense of self. He's a 11th level Paladin Oath of Conquest, Knight of Solamnia, dedicated to Kiri Jolith, although he tends to like to collect other gods' trinkets as much as he possibly can.
All right, thank you, Das. And we do have a sixth player. Hopefully, if she's okay, we haven't heard from her. Hopefully, everything's all right. And when she joins, we'll have her introduce Tallulah, her Tinker Gnome Artificer. When she joins us, hopefully she'll join us here fairly soon. All right, so the characters. First of all, I want to go ahead and start with inspiration as normal. For those watching, we are playing Adventurers League rules. Which is just normal Dungeons and Dragons with rules as written, using a couple different variants that are allowed in the game to make the game portable. I had a friend that's going to GaryCon with me here, and we're going to meet up at GaryCon in a few weeks, and he actually said, I only got into 1/8 advanced D&D tournament. I really got in late to get tickets, and I couldn't get anything I wanted. I said, sign up for Adventurers League. He goes, but I'm not a member of the Adventurers League. I was like, that's the cool thing. You don't have to be. All you have to do is just play by the Adventurers League rules. It's just a set of rules, which we, of course, we do have on our Discord page, which we try to keep updated with all of the current updated rules. So we are playing the Dragonlance campaign for this one, finishing up here in the next couple sessions, the hardcover, the Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen. The characters started off heading to the funeral of a companion. Once they made it to the companion's home village, after a few events, it was attacked, and they needed to get refugees to a larger city in the area called Kalaman. Once they were there, they were basically kind of drafted as a special forces unit to help out the army of Kalaman and the governor, and kind of work their way across the northern area of the northern wastes and such of north of Solamnia, and have been aiding that group, that town and that group. They have made their way. They've discovered once they had made their way through the northern wastes that the Red Dragon Army, led by a person named Fire Eyes, had sights on a place called the City of Lost Names. They got in there, and unfortunately, an old villain by the name of Lord Soth was able to take this bastion of Takesis and create a flying vessel of it. And the flying fortress right now is heading towards Kalaman, and our heroes have infiltrated the bottom part of the flying citadel and were able to make their way through tunnels, through caverns, through different dungeons beneath the bastion, and now find themselves, switch you back over to our flying citadel sub-levels, and find yourselves just standing outside of some stairs heading to the north, or heading upwards to the south, right over here. Does anyone want to give us a little synopsis of what happened last, or where you're at, what's going on?
I mean, what happened last is W of all people suggested a perfect plan, which we all executed except for Das. But we still got through it okay. And now we're sitting at the bottom of the steps, having dispatched many of the dragon army. And we don't really know what's up there. Lord Soth, maybe, a couple others? Not quite sure.
Yes, you have.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
You did acquire the mirror.
Yes, don't forget, I'm carrying the mirror.
Yes, Io has the mirror that. Let me pull that mirror up for our viewers to see. The mirror of reflected pasts. What the mirror of reflected past is that basically it's an ancient elven relic that kind of has people who stare into it reflect on positive memories, and it has a chance of what they've heard. Of course, this was from vampire and ghosts and things like that. That the possibility of being able to paralyze Lord Soth with the mirror of reflected pasts. But again, you have been slowly making your way up. You actually even destroyed, I believe, the shrine down here to Takesis as well. So are you ready to head up?
Well, I'm wondering, should we have any sort of plan with this mirror? Like when it's time for me to pull it out? And, I don't know.
How is it pulled out? Is it in that fancy bag, or is it just kind of floating above your head right now?
It's in the portable hole. At the moment.
It's only like 3 feet, 3 feet tall or so. When Io
So
does
person-sized.
activate it, yeah, for kinder size. So when she activates it, it will actually float in the air.
Yeah. So I don't know. Somebody wanted to give me a word, or something. I will have it float in the air.
Yeah,
How
like a
long
trigger
does it
word.
float if you activate it?
Oh,
Do we know?
Hey, we have Tallulah in here. All right, excellent. So give me a moment.
should.
Let's go ahead. It's not too hard to do this. We'll have Tallulah actually introduce her character as well, since she's here now. Excellent. Glad you could join us. Perfect. We were kind of worried.
Tallulah looks around and is like she's coming out of a trance and mutters something about too many puppies. And what you see before you is a little lavender-haired rock gnome. She is an archaeologist and a tinkerer. She makes little wind-up toys and has ventured into the outer realms away from the underground to explore, learn more about tinkering, and come back with great new toy ideas.
Awesome. We'll go ahead and make sure to start with inspiration. And unfortunately, as a artificer, battlesmith, she did have to leave her steel defender behind, but valiantly flew up here with some dragonelles with the rest of her group to help with the situation here. Actually, I was going to say, Senate, if you want to do me a favor, type that into our Discord chat. I do have it set up to where only mods or myself can put in links, but that's a great link for us to put in here.
For
the
very good
viewers.
reason, yeah.
Oh, yes. This is something that Senate's little blog posts that basically have the history of their characters' adventures. So we'll post that into our Twitch chat. There we go. Just come through. Yep. Excellent. So yeah, go there if you want to check out the history of the group, what they've done in their sessions, and all of that. So you're standing outside here. You've got an idea of whenever you want IO to use the mirror. Somebody would just, you don't have a code word. You want to have a command word for everyone.
I recommend we, in honor of our missing party member, let's say Poe.
There you
That
go.
works. Succinct.
All right.
Single syllable,
I mean,
make it easy.
I mean, do things really work though when W's planning them though? I mean, remember last time?
I blame reorgs.
I wonder if we should rig it with, a piece of cloth or something over it that could be easily and quickly pulled off, but so you could activate it and none of us look into it.
Well, I mean, it's just in the hole. I just have to pull it out. So wouldn't that be the same?
Oh, it's pulling out of
it's
the
in the portable.
in the portal hole. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Lula starts calculating the amount of time to find a 10-foot flat space, unravel the hole, reach into a 10-foot hole, and pull out a 3-foot mirror. She starts to pull out a piece of paper because it's too much in her head.
Starts
she
making
thinks that-
calculations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Math, the real
She
enemy.
thinks that's more than a 6-second thing.
Okay. Sure. I'm sure I have a cloak. What do I have? I can use.
The other thing too, you could use if you have an unseen servant, or if you have a Tensor's floating disc or something like that. I'm not sure if your character, that either you nor Riffs probably might not have those, but
No, that would be Senate magic.
Oh, that would be magic, yes.
I mean, if it's under 10 pounds, yes, the hand could carry it, but a 3-foot mirror might be a little weighty.
It weighs. It says. I thought I saw. Oh no! Now I'm looking at the board. It weighs 25 pounds.
Oh yes.
We just slaughtered 20 different dragon army members. Maybe we just take one of their robes and throw it over there.
You could easily.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, you could easily grab a cape or a cloak or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll just not act. I can just carry it, not activate it, and the activation will take
That
take
should
the
work.
time.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and act as if you're marching to the west and put yourselves in a single file marching order.
Das, after you.
There we go.
Of course.
I hate to ask this after last time, but do we want to sneak ahead and scout or just run straight up?
Sneaking ahead and scouting, it seems like a good idea, especially if we have another invisibility to spend.
Let me check. Well, I have regular invisibility. I don't think I've used my free use one yet
Don't you have
today.
a free one? Yeah, free just regular.
I
mean-
yeah. So if you
If we're talking about only me sneaking ahead, I already have that shroud on. But if someone wants
right.
to come with me, they could benefit from invisibility for sure.
I think I'm wearing the shroud.
Or
too.
we could just rush right on up.
What is the full name
Yeah.
of that shroud again, by the way?
The Kaganesti Forest Shroud.
Perfect. There we go. We'll pull that up for
Oh,
the
that's-
viewers.
Oh, I
This
took
is-
that off in the mirror.
This is what it looks like. And the shroud, what it allows you to do is it appears to be made of autumnal leaves woven together. While you wear this cloak, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks, and you can use a bonus action to magically teleport along with any equipment you are wearing or carrying to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of yourself. You then have advantage on the next attack roll you make before the end of the turn. Once this bonus action is used, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
And it goes with my eyes, too.
And most likely your hair is a kinder.
So yeah.
So do you want? I'm gonna put Swiper over here with Senate for now. do you want Tallulah in front of you, Io?
Yes. Does
Okay.
Swiper want to go invisible?
If Swiper went invisible, then Riftstar wouldn't be able to make him breathe fire. So no.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Oh,
I could always make something else breathe fire.
All right, so that's your marching order. Or so, do you want to head up yourself, Senate, to scout ahead, or do you want to just have a group stealth check together to kind of sneak up? That way, your companions are at least nearby. If you want to go like 10, 20 feet ahead of them, that's totally fine. Just let me know how you want to do it.
I'll defer to the wisdom of the group.
Okay.
oh no, does that mean me? I'll say we'll be right behind you, and I'll touch you on your shoulder, cast guidance, and that with your natural sneakiness, I think you're good to go take a look and let us know what's going on.
All right, Io, can you do that fancy talking in the head if I go upstairs? Will it work that far?
Well, yeah, I'll just keep pinging you. It will. You just as long as you stay 120 feet in front of us, or less.
I'm not going to go more than 10 feet past the top of the stairs because last time I did that, I got bonked.
Yep. I'll be like, "What do you see?" You can reply to this message. What do you see?
You can reply to this message.
Right.
So then
Are
I'm
we
gonna-
there yet?
So go ahead.
Exactly.
Go ahead first, and Senate, give me a stealth check with advantage because of your cloak. And then, if you do you want to cast the guidance afterwards?
I don't think I'll need it, so I'll keep it.
Okay. So a 32. Let me go ahead and bring Senate over to the next map, and then I will let Senate know what he sees real quick. Let me move the other tokens over here. I did move, which is awesome. You guys are actually in the formation that I thought you'd be. And then
If there's nothing
Senate
immediately
over.
threatening around, and it's easier for you, I would just tell Io, hey, bring everyone up, the coast is clear.
Oh no, it's not a problem at all. We just do this. Pull Senate over to the map by themselves. And
Anything
as you
seem fishy?
step up, Senate, here's what you see. The first thing you see is that from the top of the stairs, the shattered corridor runs to the south. You see the ancient walls to the west and the east are made of crumbling stone. And a flickering violet light shines through the gaps in the east wall. At the south end of the wall, another stairway rises into one of the ruins' corner towers. An unfamiliar soldier in Calaman's armor stands there.
Calaman's armor, like one of ours.
Yes. But she doesn't seem to notice you because of your high stealth check.
I will relay these descriptions as I see them every time Io pings me.
Okay.
There's only one person in the corridor, and she seems to be a Calaman soldier. I can sneak around some more, or you guys can possibly come up, but she'll notice. And I'll move up another 10 feet while I was waiting for Io to respond.
Okay.
Yeah, I relay the information.
Okay.
We just follow. So I'll ask Calaman soldier, not one of the dragon army.
I wouldn't put too high a chance on her actually being a real Calaman soldier.
Exactly, because there's those shapeshifters, right?
Kind of like you guys aren't really actually dragon army soldiers, right?
Right.
Something
Right,
like
they're
that, yes.
sleeping peasants, yeah.
Oh, that's right. I still look like a kobold, don't I?
For
I
a
believe
little
so.
bit, yeah.
But why would they be disguised as Calaman soldiers in their floating city? Like, it seems like they wouldn't need to be disguised in here.
Maybe she just got back from a mission, I don't know.
Perhaps she's on a mission.
I don't like I don't like the idea of sending it up there alone. I mean, for myriad reasons.
Right?
Mostly because he's seen it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, she hasn't noticed me yet. There's some structures in a room off to the side of me. I can maybe creep around and take a look at that, or you guys can come up. But I mean, she's gonna smell Das.
Hey,
I gotta say, yeah, peek around and let us know as long as she can't see you.
All right. Just keep pinging because I might end up bloody.
Yeah, well, I think we should start creeping up the stairs, but not go all the way up yet.
And please, Mitch, tell me if you ever need me to stealth check again.
Oh, you're fine right there where you're at. She actually, before you move forward, then let me give you a little bit of description there, real quick. She seems to be kneeling down, kind of listening quietly. Let me go ahead and give an active perception check. I'm going to go ahead and give that a GM roll. She definitely does not detect you right now, but she does seem to be kind of looking down the hallway here in your direction and kind of glancing back over to her left, I'm sorry, her right a little bit, and then glancing back at the stairwell behind her and the door behind her. As you kind of come up there and peek in that next room, you note that the interior of this mighty temple has been hollowed out, its roof and interior walls reduced to rubble, creating one giant chamber. At the north of the ruins stands a menacing statue of the Dragon Queen, with her 5 snarling draconic heads. Used to be 3 back in the day. Above the statue, deteriorating stone reveals a shadowy chamber up the wall about 40 feet. At the center of the chamber is a massive brazier, easily 10 foot tall and 30 feet across, and it roils with violent flames. Give me a history check or an insight check if you want, or a straight intelligence check. Totally up to you, Ascendant.
All right, I'll go history.
You
I don't have advantage, but I guess.
No problem. Like I said, if you want to roll advantage all the time, we'll just take the left number, and then unless advantage or disadvantage applies. But you do recall seeing these flames before in the crypts underneath Calaman.
All right, I will relay that back to the group on Io's next ping. There's a room here that seems fairly important. It's wreathed in the sort of purple flame that we saw when we first encountered Lord Soth in the Dragonlance. There's also a Calaman soldier kneeling before some stairs going up to get another level.
You also
You can
notice
reply
here,
to this message.
You also notice here that there's a crude iron scaffold that surrounds it with uneven stairs that you can barely make out right here. And you see the 4 supports crowned by blazing violet flames as well levitate around the scaffold, holding it aloft.
And tell Tallulah there's a metal structure here that I'm sure she's going to want to check out.
I relay all the information.
Certainly. Okay, so the rest of you down below, what would you like to do? You can feel free to discuss. Senate is fairly well hidden at the moment.
I mean, he's a sneaky one, so he's fine. I'm curious about the Calaman soldier.
If we send him much farther, though, we might not be able to get to him in time if anything does happen. I'd rather get up there and be closer to him.
As
At
would
what
I.
point do we just confront whoever this is?
Well, if we look like soldiers still, can't we just say, hey, what are you doing here? Or something? I don't know. Direct approach? What do I know? I am definitely not the brains of this operation.
Yeah, doesn't Rifzar, don't you look like one of their generals or something at the moment? Maybe, give them a little hey enemy, why are you here?
I could try it. We'll see if they buy it, or just attack us because they think we're on the wrong side. But worse things could happen.
So are you ready to head up there to join Senate?
let's go.
Going to have to sooner or later.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to bring your tokens back over here in the order that you had for your marching order, with Senate still in the position that he was. When you get over here, you will have to kind of reset your hit points real quick on your tokens since they're through the D&D Beyond with Beyond 20. So let me bring everyone over here. We'll bring Senate back over to the group. Oops, no, we don't want to create that folder.
Acting like I belong. That's the way you get through places.
Your seeming has been very helpful.
Well, then we got a ring with seeming, so it seemed like it was the right spell to use.
It seemed. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so everyone kind of sees what Senate sees there. And when you all come up the stairs, as you look down to the south, DOS, you can all see the figure down here, kneeling down, kind of stands up when you all come up, and you see their eyes. Everyone give me a perception check, if you would.
I was half expecting insight. Maybe that's next.
Yep.
From back there in the back, Rifsar and W, and Senate's even kind of glancing down the hallway there. Here, I'll move you back here kind of in the marching order. You happen to note that the figure, her eyes seem to mist over with a bit of green flame, almost as she's kind of seeing into the ethereal. And she notices your group, and she says, "Oh, you," with a mild look of surprise. "You could be helpful. Come on." And she waves to you, and with that she moves, turns and moves up the stairs and heads through the door.
No violence? I suppose we should take it while it lasts.
It says it seemed like she's buying our disguise.
Perhaps that she has some sort of ability to see through it.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, has she said, "Oh, you."
Okay.
First person we've
All
met
right,
here that
Doss is
hasn't attacked
basically-
us.
Yeah, Doss is turning around basically like, do we trust her? Yes or no?
Well, you got to
Which
keep
way
in
do I-
mind that is technically not true, W, because you guys did go into the room with the
Oh, yeah.
statue of Tiamat and completely tricked him into doing all the work and all that. And if I said screw this and just killed him.
Subtly only lasts for so long with us.
Right?
They were asking for it? Question mark.
I mean, if we trust her or not, Das, I think you're gonna have to physically carry past Tallulah past the metal structure if we're gonna follow this other person.
This way. What? Oh, yeah. That's a lot.
Oh, that's a big old room.
Well, we'll come back to that. I guess we should probably follow this person.
I don't want to be too far away from the aura.
Yeah.
Wait. Big guy. Hold up.
You can
You're
all
also
move,
still-
you can all move yourselves down to the south room if you want to. It's not a problem.
All right.
Waiting for Senate. So as you enter this room, this dilapidated room was clearly once a shrine, and its walls are covered in carvings of robed figures gathered beneath a large black moon. Recesses with lit black candles and melted wax cover the walls at even intervals. Simple doors lead to the north, lead, of course, to the north where you entered, and to the east. Who is your patron deity, Io?
Lunatari.
Okay. You'll have advantage on this check. Everyone give me a religion check, if they would, please.
Because it's my strong suit. Hey, if I have advantage, I guess I know.
Nice. Oh, you definitely know. This was once a shrine to Nuatari.
Well, that would make sense, I would know. And let everybody know. Oh, Nuatari, you know. She's the The
The new
darker,
one, right?
the darker aspect of the moon,
Yes.
you could say.
The dark aspect, kind of not necessarily linked exactly to black robes, but at the same time, you have Lunatari linked to red robes, and then or is Lunatari the the white moon?
Lunatari is red.
Yes,
It's
yes, the red moon.
new
Oh
Nutari.
my.
Yeah,
And
It's-
Solana is the white.
yes.
Yeah.
But you see the figure kind of leaning up against the wall as you come in. She notices kind of your skepticism in your eyes, and she looks at you all and says, "Well, obviously, I'm not a warrior from Calaman. Pleased to meet you," she says, and she bows. "Perhaps you've heard of me. My name is Caradoc."
Oh wait,
Chat for you?
Kobold voice. We've met Caradoc before. You don't seem like Caradoc.
Actually, you had met the vampire that was the leader of the. That was kind of like the former high priest, and they were talking about how. And actually, you met your friend. Was it Lolly? The Kinder vampire. that
Lolly.
Says
Yep.
yes. She says she couldn't
Yeah.
stand Caradoc, and you hadn't actually met Caradoc yet.
Is Caradoc not the ghost that like possessed someone way early, like one of the leaders of?
Yeah,
one
that's
of
what
the,
I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, like
Oh, maybe yeah. Okay, yes.
we the heroes like
That's
met
right.
Caradoc.
That's right,
We,
yes.
I guess. Yeah.
Yes. So she basically will say, "You probably don't recognize me in this form. It is I, Caradoc."
Wait, don't we hate you? You're the one who like basically you were the one in the Castle Caliban.
Well,
You were the one with Lord Soth at the time, right?
I really despise.
Tallulah,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Tallulah pulls on Doss's the leg a little bit and says, "Be nice, be really nice," under her breath.
And she says, she does look to you, Doss, when you mention that. She goes, "Well, it is Lord Soth. The enemy of my enemy, of course, is my friend."
Why are you going to explain that? That makes no sense to me.
Well, I do believe that Soth's alliance with the Dragon Army is folly, distracting him from taking revenge against the Knights of Solamnia. And she kind of grins at you sheepishly.
Well,
I mean, call it judgmental, but I also kind of have my own personal pact about not getting in bed with ghosts. But that's just me.
but could be helpful. Like sometimes ghosts have good information. Like, so
Suppose so.
what are you doing here?
Well, I want to take control of the Flying Citadel. Obviously, if you would aid me in doing so, I would completely promise to leave Calaman.
Well, we want to take control of the Citadel. So it sounds like we both want the same thing, right?
Insight check, please.
Sure. What do you want to do insight about this figure talking?
I want to see if she truly would not attack the city.
You can, from that insight check, definitely. She literally wants to take the city and do other things with it.
Okay.
Definitely does not want to attack Calaman.
What would you do with the Citadel?
I have my own plans. Believe me, it would not be to do anything to hurt civilized lands.
Well, why haven't you taken it already?
Do you not recall speaking of Lord Soth?
I suppose
yeah.
he would get in the way of any plans, wouldn't he?
A bit, yes. Now, he is up higher in the ruins. She kind of points over to the door to the east. He controls the Flying Citadel using a throne linked to the cataclysmic fire that holds the citadel aloft.
Do you happen to know if there's anyone guarding him or that could pose a problem to us as we go from here to there?
I believe that he might have some of his skeletal knights. You all did encounter some of them as well when you had returned to Calaman and you went to go meet with the governor. You did meet some of those undead knights outside before you had entered into the castle in Calaman.
Well, riddle me this, Cardog. If the 6 of us don't show up, what was your plan to get Lord Soth away and take over the Flying Citadel?
Well, rumor
you
has it
just-
that somewhere here in the bastion was hidden a powerful elven relic. Soth himself is fantastically powerful. If you had not arrived, I would find a way to distract him. I heard that this relic could do something about something of that nature.
We might have heard something similar. Io's trying to hide the mirror.
Yeah, no, don't mind this. Don't mind this behind me. Yeah.
this 3-foot tall thing I'm carrying.
Well, I am certain we could arrange a distraction for you of at least some type or other.
Oh, I would intend to aid you, of course, if you'd have me.
Wait.
Lula is trying to read the room and look at her companions. I mean, she is willing to if she thinks her companions are willing to, but she doesn't want to speak up first.
Yeah, I think W would have a hard time with it just because of the previous experience that we have with Cardog. But, it's the final hour. We don't have a lot of time to weigh this out. The Citadel's on the way to Calaman. We're
That
trying
is true.
to save
It
them.
is getting closer and closer by the moment.
Yeah.
And I just feel, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Dana.
I was just gonna say, I would feel sometimes you just gotta use people to get what you need.
Yeah.
She's not beyond that,
Unfortunately, I just don't think we have time to find a better option or debate it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't keep our eyes on Cardog throughout this whole thing.
Oh yeah, I
And
don't.
obviously,
Agree.
you can all obviously see that he has possessed this Calaman soldier.
Yeah.
Senate drops the kobold guys at this point and says, you're willing to aid us, but whose body do you have here? What right do you have to do that?
I have no idea who she is. I believe she was captured sometime during a battle with the Red Dragon army.
That would tend to be how they usually wind up like that.
You would need to release her to our custody if we were to help you.
Of course, once everything is completed, I would totally release her into your custody, as it were, she says, smiling.
All right. Well, if you could lead us directly to Soth, I think that's the way to go.
Oh, you have much more powerful friends to lead in that direction, and he will nod. She will nod to Das.
All right, take us there. We'll be ready.
And she asks,
Excuse me, Master Doss. I hate to try to gainsay you here, but we had that whole room back there with the metal and the purple flame. Might we take a look at that first? It seems a little too important just to walk by.
I would be wary. Caradoc and the guise of the female soldier says, Worston Kern, Soth's standard bearer, guards the brazier containing the cataclysmic fire. She is loyal to Soth. Engaging her at the moment would warn him of your intrusion here. But feel free.
Yeah.
Your plans are your own.
Is
I
there
think
any way it would help us?
I say let's go straight to the big bad.
Any way that she would help you, is what Caradoc asks.
Well, no, but is there anything that this contraption might do that could be of use against Lord Soth? Or is it just best avoided?
Well, that is what the cataclysmic fire is what keeps the city aloft. That's how he
Oh, I
controls
see.
and controls it with the Citadel helm from the throne.
So if
upper
we were to
reaches.
sabotage it, then the city may go crashing to the ground with us in it, obviously.
Of course, but that's not what we want to happen, she says.
No, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
I mean,
I'm not. Sorry, go ahead, Senate.
no, you started, Greg. Go, W, go ahead.
I'll just say, I'm not exactly sure the top speed this thing can get up to, but if Lord Soth finds out that we are here, they might rush even faster to Calaman and cause more damage before we're able to get him off this magical seat thing. So maybe we should head straight there, considering all of the resources that we do currently have.
Yes, and turning the caravan around, so to speak, would do the job just as well as taking it down. So,
Good point.
If I can offer a counterpoint here, if you remember back at the City of Lost Names, Tallulah was able to crash the entire city in about 12 seconds flat.
Tallulah tries not to look too excited about the idea of doing that again.
Plan B.
Well, she, the female form that Caradoc is possessed of does say, but Worston Curse, she is extremely loyal to Soth. But I will say one thing, as she looks directly at Das, and she says, she is very honorable, even in undeath. Lord Soth and Worston Curse do try to be as honorable as possible, though their deeds themselves might be for vile purposes. I'm sure she would be willing to face you in one-on-one combat.
Fantastic. They have a code, do they?
So she's not very smart, huh?
So if
I'm assuming everyone
Correct.
looks to Das when W says that.
Absolutely.
Is he still in the room, or is he already just like? Is there a Minotaur-sized hole in the wall now?
Well, is the suggestion then that I go down to the main room, and if that's where this Kern is, I fight them there while you all sneak? Or is this some other plan?
No, I think we should just go directly to Soth. I mean, what do I know? I'm the one who said sneak by the room where all the dragon army people were last time.
I feel like if we can take an obstacle out of our way and get to Soth, that's probably the best idea. I'm sorry. If we have a way of avoiding an obstacle that is literally between us and Soth, why wouldn't we do it?
It's not a Freudian slip at all.
Right.
You're talking to the group who basically chose to go through the dozens of draconians last session as compared to going easily around them. So
And that's
Yeah.
not,
Well,
I was the only one who
That
said,
was
hey,
a couple weeks ago. Stop living in the past, you know?
Well, I would
that
note
was
this.
a few hours ago for our character.
Exactly. If even that, not even a few hours ago. So I would note this, that how Caradoc is describing this is that you would have to go up a level, and as someone had asked, I think it was Rifsar, you would have to go through a few of his undead knights, and then make your way up another level. Yet again, to where Lord Soth is with the throne that is controlling the cataclysmic fire that is controlling the city. In that room is where Worston Kern is, and she guards the brazier that contains the cataclysmic fire that Soth is using to keep the flying citadel afloat. Does that help? With the
Up one
description?
level, undead knights. Up the second level, that's where the cataclysmic fire is with
No.
Soth and Western Kern.
No. The room you passed with the brazier in it that Senate first described to you, with the purple flame, that's the cataclysmic fire. It's guarded. It's guarded by Worston Kern.
I don't know how you didn't see that. There was like a 20-foot tall purple fire there, and you just walked right on by it like it was nothing.
Tallulah saw it, but Tallulah's also thinking through enemies that we laid out. You see her doing calculations in their head again, and she says, we should probably go straight for the big bad, resource management.
Mhm.
I'm for it.
Yep.
All
'Cause
right.
then the Citadel won't come crashing down. That's the other thing, right?
I'm okay with that part, but you can see it's almost like Tula's counting maybe spell slots in her head,
Yeah.
whatever they are.
Mechanically. So yeah, I'll go ahead and open the door there. That way, if you want to if that is your decision to start heading up, you can go ahead and place yourselves in there, and then in your marching order, and I can move you over to the next map.
Are we making Caradoc go first?
Oh,
Is Caradoc coming with us? I'm
she
assuming?
is going to go with you, but she is not going to go first. No.
Yeah, there's an innocent body there, Das. Don't make that one go first.
Mm,
Because she
At
does,
this
she
point-
does mention something along the lines of, if you want her body intact, you probably don't want her to go first.
fine.
Imminently
Can't believe
reasonable.
I have to be the morality of this group here.
At this point, I'll also remind everybody about our very yummy breakfast that I made
Mhm.
this morning. Hero's Feast. So wisdom saves at advantage, immune to fear, immune to poison.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. That was delicious.
Yum yum.
So we'll go the same order you came in with Das, and then W,
Mhm.
and then Senate and Tallulah.
Yeah,
All right.
I do think Carderock should be somewhere in there.
Okay.
So, not necessarily trailing behind us where we could lose
Yeah.
sight of them. I want to keep an eye on
You
them.
want to keep them right behind W then, and then in front of Tallulah?
Works for me if it works for Tallulah.
And then we'll
Yep,
move,
that works for Tallulah.
put Tallulah there and Senate like that. Okay. So let me go ahead and actually we won't copy, we'll just drag everyone over. Should be drag and drop. Let me zoom out a little bit here to get everyone up there. There we go. And sorry, Riff, you're going to see a little bit of the outside of the map. But you should all see yourselves over here now, with the door in front of Das. And we'll zoom back in. Oops, there we go.
Okay.
And if you want to have any, oops, that is not what I needed there. Reset that, there we go. So if you also wanted anyone to listen at the door, feel free to do so. That's totally fine. You can maneuver your way through this hallway. I mean, each person represents a 5-foot square, but obviously you can move through each other out of combat without a problem.
Is
Tallulah
there
will
direction?
wiggle her way up front to listen.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. Go ahead.
Is front to our right or to our left? Which way are we going?
You're heading to the right. Where
I'm
Das
assuming
is.
Das is in front.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that investigation?
That would be a perception check for listening to the door. Investigate. You can still investigate if you want to look for traps or any like secret locks or anything like that. You can do so.
I will do that first.
Okay. Does not appear to be locked, nor does it appear to be trapped. It seems to be a simple door like the one you came through.
And then I will give it a good listen.
Okay. You did not hear anything
know
but
about good
silence.
listen.
You do hear the crackling of the cataclysmic fire kind of echoing through. You hear the wind from the outside of the crumbling walls all around you, but that's about it.
I might be distracted by Das's breathing.
Hey,
I wiggle my way back to the line
Okay.
and say, I think we're clear.
so this is where I busted the door, right? All right, 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Can't we just walk in? Because aren't we still disguised?
Yep, that's what
Yes,
we're
Timing
doing.
is 8 hours, right?
As you open the door, hold on
8 hours,
before you move, Das.
Sure.
As you
Yep,
open
yep,
the door, you do see in the room 3 skeletal knights, and I will describe the room here in a moment, but we do have an ad break getting ready to come up here shortly. So before we roll initiative or anything like of that nature, let's go ahead and take a little break here. The ad break's about 3 minutes long or so, so we're going to take a small break for the viewers, and we'll be back here maybe about 5-6 minutes. So please stick around. We'll be right back.
Great, thanks.
All right, thanks for the patiently waiting. We are back. The characters have just opened a door and found 3 skeletal knights on the other side. We were, however, discussing, as one of the things that we like to do is one on the channel as well. One of the reasons why we always have Ask the DM in our hashtags and such like that is to help new players as well. So currently, the players are the characters, I should say, not the players. The characters are under a seeming spell. And we were talking about that during the break about if someone can drop their part of that. And Io just brought that up. So Io, if you want to go ahead and describe that for everyone, feel free.
Well, I was looking at it. I thought you could do it yourself, but it looks like I can only do it. If you use a spell, where is it? I just saw it. Now I can't see it.
No worries.
You can use an action somewhere. It says.
I know at the end it does say that a different creature can inspect you.
But so wait here. Let me.
Yeah.
You can't change. The extent of the illusion is up to you. The spell lasts for the duration unless you use your action to dismiss it soon. So I guess it's only the spell.
You can dismiss it. So
yeah.
Basically, all Center did was just dismiss his kobold voice, which is fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me go ahead and
read.
Let me read the room for you, the room description, and then we can go from there. You see hulking minotaurs carved in a bas relief in the shrine's west wall. Scorch marks cover the floor and walls. Doors lead to the north and west. Obviously, you're coming in from the west, and you notice that there are a number of skeletal knights in the room. As you open the door, Das, they all 3 look towards you. One of them immediately steps in front of this door here, and this other one takes a step forward. They look at you sideways for a moment, and then as you step in, they see your guys as Draconic Army, the Red Draconic Army. And the one near the door puts the skeletal mailed hand out and puts his hand on his weapon and shakes his head no.
Well, this room seems like an exceptionally well-decorated one. Where is the Minotaur?
It's on the wall over here. It's a bas relief on the wall. Go ahead and give me a religion check if you want.
Religion.
Also, if you want to as well, W, behind him.
Does it look like this is like we just were in a shrine of Nutari? Is this looks like it's a shrine?
Indeed, it does appear to be a shrine of Sargonus.
Aha! Sargos the Destroyer! Patron of my people, before I turn my ways to Kiri Jolith. If I start sitting and approaching them, what do they do?
As soon as you try to step forward, I'm going to move you back just real quick. As soon as you try to step forward, this one is going to step in front of you and put its hand out onto your chest.
Ooh. We don't like that.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Give me one moment. Yep. Ooh. He does not notice that you're disguised, but he does put his hand on your chest and start to kind of push you backwards toward into the hallway.
Tallulah whispers, W, step up. Don't let him push him back.
I have a feeling, friends, that this is probably not going to end any other way. And Dash is just going to put his hand forward and push the knight back as hard as he can.
All right. That would indeed start an initiative as their innervating blades do become drawn. Go ahead and select your tokens, please, and give me an initiative roll. I'm going to do this and put this one down here so I have a placeholder for the initiative.
What do the innovating blades look like?
You've faced them before. You've at least faced one skeletal knight, which I believe I posted in our Discord channel for the viewers. This is what the Skeletal Knights look like. And they're just basically greenish black blades of energy. You do recall one of your companions, or at least a couple of your companions, might have been hit by their blades, and you do know that they do necrotic damage. You also know that standardly as undead, they are obviously immune to poison, and most likely exhaustion as well. So the first to go is W.
Of course. I told the internet that I rolled terrible, and now I'm rolling nat 20s all over the place. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to cast Bless on Das, Tallulah, and Senate as the three closest to me.
Okay.
Now, I can move through Das's space, but that would be difficult terrain for me, yes?
Correct. And if you move out of the reach of the others, of any of the creatures there that are around Das, it would provoke an attack of opportunity. So, like, for example, with your view, I'm going to go ahead and show everyone that I can show you what W sees. If you move over to here, the one to the north is going to have an attack of opportunity. If you move over to here, the one to the south will have an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I don't want to cast a concentration spell and then essentially immediately get attacked and lose it, which is
Now,
happened.
I will note this, is that we have discussed before that we're not using attacking around corners. So if you do want to move back, you can do so. Oh, let me go ahead and roll. Nope. Caradoc is whispering for some reason.
Mitch, essentially, if I like come through Das's space here and then go here, I'm not leaving anybody's space. Would that be allowed?
Which one? Hold on. Give me 1 second. I had Caradoc's.
Oh, no problem.
Thing open. Where now?
So if I come through Das's space and then go here, I'm not leaving combat with this one at all.
Correct.
That
But you are leaving this one.
Oh, because he has 10 feet.
No, it's a 5-foot reach.
Oh.
So when you move
Well,
outside of their reach,
Right.
It provokes an attack of opportunity.
Oh, dang it. Dang it. Should have moved first.
We'll go ahead and throw the. Go ahead and keep making your decisions. That's totally fine. I'm just going to throw a concentration up on you. There we go.
Great, thank you.
You have a 21 armor class.
I do.
True.
I'm gonna move to here, and then I also have my reaction in case that attack.
Yeah, because you can increase the armor class. Go ahead and, oops, not concentration. I'm looking for bless. There we go. Putting that on Tallulah and Senate. Take concentration off Tallulah. Put bless on. There we go. All right, so the one to the north will take an attack of opportunity.
Of course.
Using its enervating blade. AC of 24.
I'm going to use my reaction to take my AC to 25 and have that miss.
All right.
My gift of the metallic dragon wings come out of my armor and give me a +4.
Perfect. All right, you're good to go. Any more movement?
No, I'm not going to trigger anything else.
I mean, you have an AC of 25.
No, I don't. It's not like shield. It only lasts for
gotcha.
one
That's
attack.
for the one attack.
So I'm good. I'm good.
All right, Senate, you're up.
All right, I am just going to take a shot at the one right in front of Das.
Unfortunately, that will miss.
All right, and then with my bonus action, I will call out to that one. Hey, I've heard of boneheads before, but you're really abusing the privilege. And I'm going to use my taunt to, so wisdom saving throw, or use disadvantage on attacking anyone but me.
Okay. Attempting his saving throw. Wisdom save, DC 15, right?
Yes, sir.
Ooh. We'll go ahead and put the disadvantage mark on him as he does fail his save. Any movement?
No, because all I can do is make it more difficult for people to get in front of me. Actually, I'm in front of. Nah, I'll stay.
Okay.
Never mind. No movement. I'm done.
Riftsar, go ahead. If you're trapped and you want to move forward, feel free to let me know. I can go ahead and move you out because we do have the movement
Sure,
restrictions on.
if there's anywhere to move to, which I'm not sure about.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Do you have 50 foot of movement? You can also, if you have Misty Step, you can use that as a bonus action.
I think I'll just approach a little bit. That'll be enough, I think. But currently, I imagine I cannot. Oh, actually, it does let me do that. Okay. So I should have enough to get in front of so-called Caradot.
Each square there is 10 feet, don't forget.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to move past everybody else, but you know, I can see the one in front of Das, though, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, is anyone else happy that they're hopefully making it to where your companions aren't difficult terrain in 1D&D?
Would be a slight improvement. As long as I can, I think I'll just, from back here, I'll shoot a firebolt at the one in front of Das. Is that something I can do?
Yes, you can. They're not going to have total cover, but they will have cover, so their AC is going to be a little bit higher.
Well, let's see if I can not be a W.
Oh, yes, you're definitely not a W. With an AC of 30, you clearly hit the creature for 25 damage.
And I'm just going to camp out back here. That'll be it for me.
All right. Caradot the soldier is going to move forward here, and is going to step over, taking an opportunity attack from the one to the south. It's going to hit for 15 necrotic. But you hear the female voice of the body that he's possessing kind of scream out for a moment.
What happened to being careful?
But they are going to go ahead and make their multi-attack with their longsword. Hitting. Oh, wow, nice.
Oh, that might still be whispering, Mitch.
Oh, it didn't turn off the whisper? Yeah, it was AC of 19. Let's go down here. Whisper, never whisper rolls. And then it's going to attack, they're going to attack with their longsword again. AC of 12 will miss, and then with the short sword. AC of 18 will hit on the numbers for another 6 piercing. All right, the skeletal knights are up.
I think I'm in the right turn order. I am also 13,
Oh, yes.
but I'm way down under round 1.
No worries. I'll pull you back up there. You'll actually go first because since we're not having the tiebreakers on there for decks, I always have the players go first, the characters. So go ahead, Tallulah. You're up then instead of the knights.
Are they in metal armor? Is that what you mentioned?
The skeletal knights are indeed wearing plate armor, yes.
I will step forward under Das, reach over, and do heat metal on the one next to W.
Here's the small problem.
Right here.
Unfortunately, you cannot end even part of your movement in another person's square.
I know we're not allowed to attack around corners. Does reaching around to touch them count for around corners?
That would count. If you want to move through them, that's fine.
I can't. I've only got 25 movement.
If we were playing homebrew, I would totally let you do something along those lines or something like that. But since we are playing AL, yeah. I'll tell you what.
Hold on.
I can allow this. I can do this. Give me a dexterity check. Since you are a small creature, right? You are small as a
I am,
mortal.
yes.
Go ahead and give me a dex
Yeah.
check. You're just a straight dex check. Your DC is 15. If you make it, I'll allow you to go around the corner to touch them for heat metal. Sure.
13. No, it didn't make
Oof.
it. That was very fair.
Are you sure? Are you sure you didn't make it?
Because you have.
Do you have any uses of your flash of genius left?
I do. I will flash of genius that.
Because that is an ability check. Okay.
Yes. Thank you for that reminder. And I will reach around that corner and just try to heat metal on that guy.
Okay.
So I'm just curious, how do you use your brain power to realize you have to reach around a corner?
I was holding all those calculations for spell slots in my head, and it was taking up too much space.
She does have to write stuff down a lot. Yeah, she does write stuff down too.
Oh yeah, I only have one elbow.
So there are no saving throws. There's no attack. They just take it.
Yep. Go ahead and pop the spell up in chat for me if you would.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and give me the actual. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pandarago, Raggio. Panda, thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. It is our 1 year Twitch affiliate anniversary. We're doing a special session tonight with a wonderful group that we play with occasionally every other Tuesday or so. I'm not sure if there are any changes to that spell. That's one of the things that I might actually do tomorrow on our Tavern Talk stream is go back and look through some of the different spell changes in the Honors Arcana stuff. But see, metal object, glowing red hot. So it will take the fire damage, the 6 damage right away. And then as a bonus action on each of your turns, you can cause the damage again, which is 2d8. The creature is holding, obviously it's wearing it. It will have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn, so it will have disadvantage as well. Let's go ahead and put the disadvantage token on it as well. There we go, token marker there. All right. Anything else?
Keep burning. No, because my sword would compete with my new, my flying sword would compete with my new bonus action. So I will just take a step back. But I apologize. Roll 20 has done something and I can't see us anymore. Oh, I had slid all the way to the wrong side. Thank you. The ping brought me back.
No
I was just
problem.
on the wrong side of the darkness. I will just step back so my companions can move into that space.
All right. The Skeletal Knights are now up. This one has disadvantage on anything it attacks other than Senate. And this one's going to have anything disadvantage on anything attacks in general because of the heat metal. Because it obviously cannot drop its armor. And being that it is undead and it does have a service to guard the stairwell to the north beyond the door, it is just going to attack normally, as the one to the north is as well. So the one down here to the south is going to attack W. The one in the middle is going to attack Das. And the one to the north is going to attack Karadak. The one on W has disadvantage. Makes 3 attacks. AC of 12 will miss W. AC of 10 will miss W. AC of 22
Will hit.
W for 14 necrotic.
Yeah, I haven't gotten my reaction back yet. So that happens. And then I gotta make a con saving throw. I think I'm gonna use my inspiration.
It is a DC 10. All right. Bless is still up. All right, the one on Das in the middle is going to attack as well with disadvantage because it gets disadvantage on anyone but Senate. An AC of 9 will miss. AC of 13 will miss Das. An AC of 18 will miss Das.
Thank you, Senate. You won't hear that many
Yeah.
times. But
Yep.
I was going to say you could thank me later, but go ahead. You can keep doing it now.
that was once. That's all you get. You have to keep taunting every round for me to keep thanking you. That's the way it will work here.
Oh, I can see Panda Rage 0. There we go. I'm sorry. I could see it in the chat when it popped up on the screen. I couldn't really read it there. Thank you very much for the follow. So the one on Caradoc is going to attack now as well. Missing with an AC of 12. Hitting, unfortunately, with an AC of 27. And then also hitting again for 16 necrotic. Oof. Das, you are up.
All right. Well, your very presence is a light on this holy site to Sargos the Destroyer, so I'll just simply have to destroy you. We're going to do 2 attacks on the guy in front of me. First, we'll use the Precise Strike with the Dragon Lance.
Okay.
And I get a Bless on top of that, which I forgot. D4, I believe. So that would be 21.
That will strike true.
All right. Where I am low on Divine Smites, so I'm going to spare that for now and just do a regular damage.
Did you get the
for
extra
this.
extra damage from your Precise Strike, though?
Yes, extra damage from the Precise Strike and also from the just regular Divine Smite, or not regular, the improved Divine Smite it gives me. So the 2d8s there. So 26 damage on this first one. And second time round, we will just do a regular attack here. 29. So it'll be 12, and then the improved Divine Smite on that. So that one is 18.
Is that already added in with your 5 there for the rolling the extra d8?
Oh, I guess that's. Oh, you're right. Yeah, on the right hand side, it's actually adding it.
No worries.
So
no worries.
Use those instead, I guess. Thank you, Roll20, for already building that in.
So minus 17. All right. Oh.
And while I'm doing that, because we're getting kind of all bunched up here, I will use my bonus action to try to basically hammer this guy backwards to get him a little bit out of our way. So hammering horns, he needs to make a DC 17 strength saving throw, or we push 10 feet back.
All right. Attempting its save. It will fail.
Nice.
Being pushed back. Unfortunately, it is forced movement, so it doesn't provoke attack of opportunity. But it is moved, and you still have movement yourself.
Yes. So I will move here. Remind the southern guy. Did he already got his? Yeah, he already used his opportunity attack. Oh wait, no. Yes, on Caradoc, didn't he?
Correct.
So I can move. So without having to worry about that. So I can do that. Actually, they both use their opportunity attacks now I think about it, because the other one attacked W.
Mm-hmm.
So I can move myself right here. So give my colleagues plenty of space and turn.
All right. Io.
Well, I think it's great that you made space, but now I can only attack one with my Sacred Flame. I'm going to go for, that same one that was just hit, the one that keeps getting hammered, because I'm not sure about necrotic damage. So, where are you? It's called Moonfire. So DC 18 for 14 rating.
Attempting its dexterity save. It will fail, taking 14 radiant.
Okay, and I don't think I'm going to be doing any bonus actions. Yep. I think I'm going to stay there so that if guess resource still has to go through. I was trying to make it so people don't have to go through more. So Senate doesn't have to go through 2 people, and and so I'm just going to stay where I am.
All right, top of the round, W. Das bashes out with his horns, slamming the one back towards the wall, moves through the crowd, and is engaged with that one. You see the radiance bursts up around it from Io, and you are up.
Yeah, I'm weighing heavily if I want to like heal Carterock or the body that they're inhabiting.
Give me
but
give me a history check or an insight check.
oh, insight. Let's do that.
You do recall the ability from the innervating blades is that if you're hit by it, you cannot heal.
Perfect.
cannot
Makes
regain
my
hit
job
points
easier. And
until
I'm
the
not
start of
going to
its
do
turn.
the dumb thing I did a few sessions ago and use necrotic damage on one of these things. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on this one here.
Okay.
That's taken the most damage so far. Let's see how that works out.
Dexterity 18, attempting a dex save.
Come on.
It will
Yes.
fail, taking 17
go.
radiant.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I'm still in I'm still in Das's aura. I'm gonna move one space down, still being in that, but just giving more room in the middle of the room to allow people to come in and do what they need to do.
We have a raid coming in. Nikki Aron is raiding with party of 7. Thank you very much for the raid. That sound was the Viking raid going off. Thank you all for the raid. Actually, this is our 1-year anniversary, and that is our first raid ever. That is awesome. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Let's give a shout out real quick to Nikki.
Huzzah.
Hope your stream was awesome. Playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Hope your game was awesome. How was your session? Were you playing homebrew? Were you playing a full of laughs? So far, this one is too. Normally we stream on Sunday evenings, but we do have a group that I run for occasionally on Tuesday evenings. Getting close to the end of the Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen session. I believe we're going to take their characters that we ran through the Call of the Netherdeep, possibly bringing Das in with another character, and running them through some of the bowels of hell down in Avernus. So hopefully it's going to be some fun there. Thank you very much for the follow as well. Hey, and our anniversary follower goal is actually updating, which is great because it was not working the last couple of nights. Oh, nice. Running about 8 games a week in your homebrew game. That's really awesome. 12 years. Nice. That is very cool. Very cool. Yeah, our channel here mostly is dedicated to Dungeons and Dragons. For those of you that might not know, my name's DM Smithson. I work for Baldwin Games and Wizards of the Coast. I don't actually work for Wizards of the Coast. We run games for their employees. We also work with Baldwin Games where we run virtual D&D weekends every month that are partnered with Wizards of the Coast, and it's basically a 3-day event every month that is an online convention for Adventures League Dungeons and Dragons, and that is what we're playing tonight. We do mostly D&D on the stream. One night we do stream 6 days a week. Except for we don't stream on Saturdays. Monday nights is our only non-D&D related stream, which I don't have a tendency to do a lot of TPKs. So on Monday evenings we play a little bit of Dead by Daylight so that I can actually kill PCs when I play Killer. But I've been a DM for over 40 years. I celebrated my 40th year as a DM last year at Gen Con, and we're playing with a lot of some great, experienced, fun players. And I believe W, you did move down? That would bring us around to Senate. Thank you so much for the follows, everyone. Very much appreciated. And Senate, you're up.
All right. I assume I can see, or I at least hear that Caradoc, or the body Caradoc is inhabiting, is getting the bejesus beaten out of it.
You do hear the screams of the body that the ghost is in possession of. Yes.
All right. So I will move up. 2, difficult terrain, 3, 4, 5. see this knight here, and I am going to take a shot right away.
Okay. Oh, that will hit.
I assume sneak applies if she's an ally.
Yeah.
And I will bonus action to try to telekinetically shove it 5 feet further away from her.
Okay, it's going to attempt its strength saving throw. It will fail.
Okay, and unfortunately, I don't have enough movement to completely interpose myself, but I can get up to that far. So that's
Okay.
it. I'm done.
And I do have a question for you. How long does that taunt last? Does it last for a whole minute or just till your next
The start of my turn, so
Okay.
that knight is no longer at disadvantage. Sorry, Das.
If I get hit, it's your fault.
If you get hit, it's my pleasure.
Ripsar, you are up.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. I've got enough space to move a little bit. Okay, so that will be difficult terrain for one tile. It's 10, 15. I'll just add a little bit to that. I'll get up to just behind Tallulah. I've got enough movement to do that. And the one straight out in front of me next to Das is what I'm going to target again. Another
Okay.
firebolt. Still a +2 AC from the cover.
Oh, yes.
Okay, but you know we can
Even
always.
with
I mean, you're-
Tallulah and Senate being small?
You happen to roll like 30s most of the time, 30 something when you're rolling
Yeah,
for
what am I
attacks,
complaining about?
Yeah, you're
So
fine. That's still going to hit.
I just fire one over their head, and you know.
All right, 20
Okay,
points
that's
of
it for me.
fire damage. The creature is still barely standing. Its determination locked its glowing eyes from the Skeletal Knight's
Quick, elbow him,
vision
Das.
still focused on Das. Caradoc is up. Caradoc is actually going to try to use the discretion being better part of valor. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 to there. And actually, no. Caradoc is not going to do that. Yeah, Caradoc's going to do that. And they're going to take the dodge action. Tallulah, you're up.
Tallulah is going to go ahead and finish that guy off with a crossbow shot, or at least
Okay.
give it a good try.
No problem. Nikki, I'll answer that as soon as Tallulah's turn is done. Not a problem at all. You're shooting the one right by Das, correct?
Yes.
All right, that will hit, and that will finish that knight off.
We'll take my next crossbow shot on
Nice.
this guy.
Okay. That will hit as well. Nice.
And I will bonus action to keep burning this guy.
All right, give me that 2d8 fire damage.
That spell go? There it is, sorry.
No problem.
Ah, still a terrible roll. But better than no damage at all.
What is my motto? Every point counts. Every point counts. Anything else? Any movement?
Yes, I can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right over here. And if I have to take the attack of opportunity at disadvantage from that guy, I will.
They haven't gotten their reactions back yet.
Excellent. Then that will end my turn.
All right, they get their reactions back. Well, this one is going to step over to here then, Tallulah. This one is going to go ahead and turn its focus towards W, or keep its focus on W.
Mitch, one quick thing.
Yeah, sure.
In doing that, doesn't it step out of Das's reach with the Dragonlance because it's a 10-foot reach?
No, because you still have 5 10-foot right here.
Oh, right. Yes, he's still in my range.
No
Never
problem.
mind.
Good
Keep
question,
going.
though. Very good question. So we'll have the one attacking W. It does still have disadvantage because of the. Actually, you know what? No, W. If you wish to take a opportunity attack, feel free to do so.
It would help if I wasn't muted, right?
There you go.
Let's see. Yeah, since it moved away from me, I don't think it's attacking me. I'll take the attack of opportunity because I don't think I'll use my reaction
Sure.
to. Where's that mace? There it is.
Oh, that will hit. For 10. Nice.
And 10 with that blessed strike already built in there.
All right. And then to answer Nikki's question, the cool thing about, the thing about running Adventurers League, it is you don't have to join it or anything like that. It's just a set of rules. It is, for what we're playing, Adventurers League is an organized play system for Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons and Dragons. It makes the game portable. You basically, the players for their characters will keep Adventurers League logs and such like that, so they can actually, like, they can play this game here online. They can take it to GaryCon at the end of March. They can take it to Gen Con or virtual D&D weekends, or even take it to the local game store. And the thing about Adventurers League, however, is that you have to run Adventurers League adventures. All the hardcovers from Wizards of the Coast count for Adventurers League adventures. Then there are also some D&D adventures that are written specifically for Adventurers League. You don't have to play Adventurers League to play the adventures, but you can still play homebrew and stuff like that with them. But they are written specifically with certain guidelines. For example, I just finished writing up. Still have a lot of clerical stuff to do with them, but we had just myself and a co-lead had just finished writing a Dreams of the Red Wizard storyline that started last December of 2022 and just finished up last month in January. That are Adventurers League legal adventures. That takes the characters from tier 2, basically 5th level, all the way up to 20th level for those adventures. So basically, the advantage for running hardcovers is that obviously there's less prep as a DM. You still have to go through and improvise and things like that if players do things outside of what's in the text. But the biggest advantage is not having to prep as much. Running, some people love to do prep. So running your homebrew game, I've had my own campaign world that's 35 years, I've been around for like 35 years, that I occasionally will still run stuff in, update it for new rules and stuff like that. So definitely a lot less prep. But other than that, that's pretty much it. All right, so before we have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and do the Skeletal Knights attacks. They're going to attack everything on Tallulah. One of them does have disadvantage. We'll do the disadvantage. Actually, you know what? That one doesn't have disadvantage anymore because it's dead. So yeah, everything on Tallulah. Sorry, Tallulah.
That's okay.
AC of 27.
One of them does have disadvantage. So
Yes.
which one is hitting me?
This is the one right beside you at the moment.
Okay.
Yes.
27 will hit even if I shield. So
Being dead is a bit of a disadvantage, Ripsar. That is true. So 19 necrotic, and you cannot regain hit points until the start of the Skeletal Knight's next turn. His second attack, AC 13, will miss. His third attack, AC 22.
shield.
All right, there we go. That'll bring you up to what, a 24?
4.
Okay. And then the second one will attack and has disadvantage because of your heat metal. 11 will miss. 16 will miss. And unfortunately,
Man.
27
Oh,
will
27
hit.
still
Wow.
hits.
For
Dodged 2 crits though.
But it's only, yeah, you did
Yeah, that
miss 2
still helped a
crits.
lot.
So 14,
Woo.
14 necrotic on that one.
Yowza.
And that will bring us around to Das.
All right.
Is heat metal concentration?
Oh, ooh.
Oh,
good
yes, it
call.
is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
So
is.
it's, the first one, how much was the first damage? That was 19, so it's only half of that, which takes it down to 9. So it's a DC 10 for that one, and then DC 10 for both of them. So Constitution saves, 2 of them, DC 10.
21, 25.
Not a problem. All right, there we go, Das.
All right. Lord Sargas is enjoying watching over this destruction. The Red Condor, the Lord of Wrath and War.
Now, which one were we
All
attacking?
right.
The one right here?
The lower, no, because I can reach actually both of them. I'm going to
Sure.
go for the point one.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. need to do that, but it's a 24 with the
That will
bless.
totally hit, yes.
All right. So now we know I don't need to roll that additional improved divine smite. So the damage. Whoops. All right. So the damage is 20 for that first one,
All right.
and then the second one was a 25 even before the bless. So I'm assuming that will hit. So that'll be another 16.
16. Nice.
Gosh darn it. And nowhere to really knock that guy. Don't got any great bonus actions, so we're going to leave it at that.
All right. Io, you're up.
Right. Bump up. Oh, now I can see two of them. And I'm going to go ahead and call down the moonfire and try and hit both of those with a sacred flame.
All right.
With the lovely moonlight. Serious moonlight. And only 9.
I feel like I should apologize for some reason.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
Was that a David Bowie reference?
It definitely was.
Everyone take back your inspiration. We'll attempt the one to the north. His dexterity save first. He will fail,
Yes.
taking 9 points of radiant damage. And the one to the south.
Not quite enough.
He will fail, taking 9 points of radiant damage as well.
Awesome. Nope, I'm not going to convert my sorcery points yet, so I'm good. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Brings us back around to the top of round 4, I believe. Is it round 4 now? Oh, round 3 still. W. You're up.
Alrighty, we are gonna try and put that one out of our misery with another sacred flame.
All right.
That's decent damage. Let's go. Come on. Y'all.
It will fail. That will kill that
Yay.
skeleton. knight.
And I will move up, staying in Das's aura and be next to this thing, because then if it attacks Senate or myself, I could use my reaction to boost AC. So I'm going to do that.
All right. That brings us to Senate.
Okay, I am going to cunning action disengage. Come down here, take a shot.
Okay. Ooh!
Yes.
A crit!
Nice.
A crit from the rogue.
Yay.
Oh my gosh.
40
I know. Sneaky.
Christmas. So that's 45, 57.
Seeing it does everything like usual.
61? Is that right? 61 points?
Yeah, 61.
All right.
Nice. Very good. Too bad you don't get a second one.
Yeah.
And then I am going to, with the rest of my movement, I'm basically doing this. I disengage and I'm running up the wall, running up the second wall, jumping back and coming back into place to stay between me and this possessed Caradoc body.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Rifsar.
Well, there's only one thing I need to do, which is firebolt it. 31.
Oh my god.
Nice. That's so nice.
That is enough to finish off the final skeletal knight.
You did a
Taking you.
fireball damage with a firebolt.
Right?
I know.
Yep.
It's so crazy when you get higher levels. Yeah, look at that.
Oh yeah.
For those
With
that are
the
watching,
cantrips.
for those watching, our characters are just inside of tier 3. They're level 11, I believe, right? Everyone level 11.
Mhm.
So they're just
11, yes, sir.
inside of tier 3. So, like cantrip dice, so you're getting 3 dice instead of 1. Plus, of course, the elemental fire, the elemental affinity for fire for Rifsar. Finish that off. But it does finish off the skeletal knights, and if anyone wishes to heal Caradoc, they can do so.
Yeah, actually, I have some potions. I'd rather do that than spell slots.
Mhm.
Let's.
I have a superior.
Yeah, I have a
I
couple
mean,
Okay.
Tallulah, you're looking a little peak at yourself.
I will hand one superior over, and I will take one superior.
Okay.
All right.
So go ahead and roll that dice twice for me. If you want to do the first one for Caradoc and then the other one for you.
Look at all those ones. Oh my.
I know.
Gosh.
Look at that. There's like nothing over.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wow.
Oh,
I really
Again,
didn't realize
somehow this is my fault.
W is contagious.
W,
Right.
dang, W.
Sorry, I took a sniff of the potions and I must have plagued him up real good.
it must be something about W performing live on the internet that he's rolling back. He's rolling back.
Yeah, I know. I'm rolling really good tonight, but the people around me are suffering.
If anyone watching
W
happens
has
to
an
have a
inverse paladin aura.
Yeah.
if anyone watching has a chance to watch our VODs from our Sunday night live stream, when we talk about how bad that group rolls, it's so funny because like the first half, 2/3 of the adventure of the session, they roll completely horrible. But then as the session starts coming to a close, it's crit, crit, crit. It's just insane. All right, so you're out of combat. You've Talua's taken a potion. Caradoc's taken a potion. Anything else you'd like to do?
Do either of you need another potion of either regular healing or superior healing?
I'm down by 10, so I think maybe just a regular might
Yeah.
top me off.
Here, I'll give you the
You
regular
want to go
here.
and roll for me? Why don't you roll for me?
There we go.
There you go.
9.
One off of max. Look at that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Do you have any?
While we're at actually, Mitch, while we're looking at potions, a quick question for you. Actually, I'm not even sure of this rule. With other potions that have effects, like let's say, like a potion of advantage or a potion of fire breath, both of which last an hour,
Mhm.
those could stack, or I could have both of those potions in effect at the same time, right? Like waiting to be used. There's no rule that's like, hey, you can only have one sort of potion in your system.
There's an alternate rule, like a variant rule, where mixing potions becomes an issue. I don't think AL, obviously AL doesn't use that. So as long as the potions aren't like, they don't stack if they have a similar effect. Kind of like you can't wield 2 flame tongues.
Got it. Yep. Just given the event we just noticed where I didn't have much of a bonus action to actually do, Das is going to take a lesson from Rifzar and Swiper and take in his potion of fire breath and also his potion of advantage and have those ready to go.
Nice.
All right.
So,
And we are coming close to the bottom of the hour, which means that we're going to have an ad break coming in here very shortly. So we're going to take a small little break and come back and just find out what the characters would like to do. So please stick around. We'll take a small break and we'll be back on the other side of the ad break. Please stick around.
Alrighty.
right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around this side of the ad break. Very humorous that we had a raid, and we had one of the last ads was a Viking blowing a horn. That's awesome. All right, welcome back, everyone. Our characters just defeated 3 skeletal knights trying to make their way up to an upper level where they've been told by a possessed cattleman soldier that the evil Lord Soth awaits them above. You find yourselves here in this chamber again, once a shrine to Sargonus, patron of Das's homeland. It does note that I would note that a couple of you are still a little injured. W is still a little injured. You can all take the blessing off of your selves as well as your concentration, W, and that Caradoc is still fairly injured.
Do we want to give her another potion before we head on?
I do have a spare potion of greater healing, so I could hand that one out.
I
Okay.
was gonna say I have that. I was gonna take for myself, and I have a normal one that I could give Carderock, and then I would still have my superior that I haven't used yet.
I do have one more superior left.
Oh, you guys have been like,
Alright.
was it like 3 or 4 sessions where you have not even had a chance to have a long rest yet?
Yeah.
It's been a few.
Yeah.
Fighting.
Caradoc,
Yeah, go ahead.
or whatever your name is, just you're causing us no end of problems here. You just stay behind here. We're not going to have you sacrifice this woman's life and then jump into somebody else's body. All right?
You see their eyes kind of narrow a bit. So be it.
We are unfortunately a little short of bodies for you to jump into. That's the only problem here.
She's not going to jump in any short bodies, I'll tell you that much.
Well, there are 6 of you. She kind of chuckles.
You just don't go anywhere either. Still not fully trusting you to not double cross us here when you have a moment.
And you see her eyebrows kind of furrow. What do you mean, Honorable Knight? You have my word.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember. Did we remember from our last encounter with Caradoc? Was Caradoc a knight?
Yeah, like if I remember correctly, so they possessed the like speaker or like mayor essentially of Calaman, and then we found out that they were I think a knight under Lord Soth, but I don't think we knew Lord Soth's name at the time. We knew the other name, Knight of the Roses.
All right, go ahead.
Something like
If
that.
you want, go ahead and give me a history check. Anyone else would give me a history check, feel free.
Sounds like my kind of thing.
It is not my kind of thing, but I'll give it a shot at
What is happening?
W, come on.
What is going on?
What is going on, W?
My life got turned upside down.
All right, so W and Tallulah can recall that Caradoc was the seneschal of Lord Soth and a former knight of Solamnia. He burned when Dargard Keep was consumed in the fires of the Cataclysm. As with many of Soth's retainers, he was cursed with undeath. Being duplicitous and cowardly at his core, he didn't return to his skeletal knight, but rather as a intangible spirit. So all these skeletal knights that you've encountered were knights of Solamnia that were followers of Lord Soth. And from what you've seen in the different scenes that you saw with the cataclysmic fire underneath the Castle Calaman, and from what you've encountered as you've been in your travels and such, that it was foretold, maybe it be prophecy or omens and such like that, that Lord Soth had the chance to actually stop the cataclysm from happening. And as you saw the situation with his wives and his, for lack of a better term, infidelity to her and stuff and such like that, and then like basically kind of causing her death and such, that was kind of a curse. When he was not able to prevent the cataclysm, he was cursed with undeath. And keeping in mind, this might be something for Das to consider. That obviously Caradoc was duplicitous and cowardly, but not all of these knights that followed him were of that. They were just very loyal to him.
Mhm.
So
All right.
they, unfortunately, like many of his, like all of his contingent, all of his henchmen and stuff like that, all of his followers were cursed with undeath.
So,
Okay.
so for a lot of them, we're sort of releasing them from, years or not centuries of sort of suffering because their lord
That
like
would
committed.
totally befit someone that follows the path of conquest.
Mhm, mhm. I'm destroying you.
Almost
Therefore, I'm
makes you
freeing
feel
you.
good about it.
I'm
Yeah.
freeing you.
Yeah.
Right.
Similarly, all right. So Das is gonna, with this information, assuming that sort of if the W and Tallulah pass this information along, Das will basically just try to walk forward, grab the arm of the soldier that Caradoc has possessed, place it on Das's armor, which has like the swords and roses of the Knights of Solamnia,
Mm-hmm.
and basically just say, you have a moment to be able to regain a small shred of your honor by swearing as a former knight of Solamnia that you will not betray us to your former lord. Swear to it.
You see their eyes narrow. At first, they try to pull their wrists back as you grasp their wrists and place it upon your breastplate. They kind of try to pull it back at first, and you see their eyes, the woman's eyes narrow, and she looks to you and she says, "I have nothing but hatred for Soth. He is a fool.
Right.
It was the knights like you that caused our downfall. I'm not going to betray you and your companions now. But know this,
And fortunately,
the knights will pay for what they've done to all of us."
fortunately, there are no other knights like me. So,
And in unison, Senate and Caradoc's eyes roll in unison.
Right.
Amen.
Rivsar's just quietly shaking his head in the background.
Mitch, I don't know if you saw, I threw another 7 into
Caradoc.
Caradoc
Okay.
with a healing potion.
Sure.
Okay, so. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
No, you're going to probably say the same thing. Go for it.
I don't think so. I'm going to say before we go in, Io's going to cast invisibility on herself
Okay.
because she's realizing she has this mirror. And so she wants to make sure she gets into like position to face it towards him.
Okay.
And she figures as soon as she hits the command word, it floats up in the air and it's no longer on her person. So it will no
Yes.
longer be invisible, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
that's my plan.
I believe,
point.
obviously, this is for those watching. This is a special stream. We haven't. This is the first time we've streamed this adventure with these characters and such. Do you all recall the players? What I think we came up with a password one night for it, like a command word for it.
God, we did that last time.
We did earlier tonight.
Well, no. That was a command word for Io to
For me to-
release it. Yeah,
Oh.
but
It was something fishy. Didn't we think of something fishy?
it might have
I
been.
think it was.
Oh, I
Herring?
thought, or was it Baccharis?
Or maybe
Oh, don't
herring. I like herring. I like red herring.
You see the goosebumps start to rise up at the mention of Baccharis on Senate's arms.
I believe they call those douche chills.
I suppose it's something we'd never say by accident, so.
Oh, I wish I could remember. I thought I wrote it down too, but look at my notes. It'd be the one thing I would have wrote down. Nope.
And again, we did. Let me go ahead and post that one more time for those that are watching. Our Rogue Senate does keep a blog. So if anyone's interested in checking out the adventures of this motley crew,
Did you put it in the blog, Senate?
I did not put that in there. That's just, it's not my concern. You've got to keep track of your own things.
Well, I think we kind of threw some out there, and then I wasn't
Yeah.
sure, and then I didn't write something down. That kind of.
Listen, I'm not going to write down while you're workshopping here. I mean, just come up with an answer.
Dana, what's that?
Red herring.
When you went fishing, like way early in the campaign, and you
when
caught that big fish.
And I've got the champion thing. Let me see.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
banana bog
that's a
or
good
something
one.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, banana bog. Oh, let's see if I have it. I gotta have it. Kingfisher Festival. Here we go. Could just be Kingfisher too. That might be there. But where's the frickin'? I mean, I gotta have it. It was my big claim to fame. Wait. Oh, maybe it's here. Maybe it's in my bio. Yeah, Benabog.
Benabog.
That's it. We're gonna call it Benabog.
All
That's a
right.
good one.
So you've healed yourselves up as much as you want to, and it does seem that Kerlock is definitely Day and Doss have kind of cemented where they both stand. So what would you like to do next? You know that the door to the north does lead to what Caradoc has mentioned is another stairwell that will take you up to the level where Lord Soth has a throne that controls the Flying Citadel. That is, as mentioned earlier by Rifzar and Tallulah and W, is continuing to move towards Calaman.
All right. Now, I hate to say this, but I have another idea. I mean, the whole thing is we need to keep Soth from noticing that we have this mirror until like we're definitely ready to open it up and play it. And I mean, there's, just to be honest, there's one of us who's more distracting than the others. And they're always right.
I don't know if you mean you or Senate.
Senate.
I mean, the second part of it is pretty obvious.
I'm pretty much assuming that as you look around, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but as you look around and say that, W, you see a look of knowing on Senate's face, and of course you see Doss's chest puff up as you're looking about the group.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just saying, like,
I can certainly be a distraction. I just can't be as annoying as Senate.
well, no one can, Doss. That's not your fault.
I can't taunt people quite like Senate. Yeah. But wait, so what do you want to do with this?
I'm just thinking, really, it's not that much of a plan other than, like, maybe the two of you were the first to enter and maybe, catch the attention a little bit more. Obviously, we've been throughout this flying citadel, and we've been dressed as dragon army folk for the entire time, and almost everyone has seen through it. I doubt that Lord Soth would be any different, and maybe they'd be able to see you even if you're invisible, Io.
Well, keep in mind this. That the majority of them haven't seen through. As Tallulah pointed out earlier, this group doesn't have very much patience.
What?
And like the whole thing with the Dragon Queen statue, turning it around and stuff like that, they followed your orders as Rifzar had come in. And you
okay.
can, with your passive insight, W, you can easily determine that the Skeleton Knights had no clue that you were not Dragon Army soldiers.
Okay.
Their orders were to stop anyone from coming up. Most likely, if it wasn't this Western. figure that Caradoc had mentioned before.
Perhaps I'm just thinking too much. I know, right? Me.
But no, you probably you might be onto something mentioning that to your companions about the fact that Lord Soth, obviously, as much as Caradoc and the vampire priest of the god of the dead below in the catacombs, the Lolly vampire that
right.
Senate had discovered her tomb, had talked to you about Lord Soth's power. I mean, everything about Lord Soth is just. I mean, he was a fabled knight and hero of the Solomonic Order until the Cataclysm and the fall. So, with that in mind, I think you might be onto a good idea about like having some sort of distraction. There probably might be a little bit of engagement with weapons. So trying to distract him in that manner to allow Io to use the Mirror of Reflected Pass might be something to discuss.
Oh, I will relish any opportunity to go up against Lord Saw. Just give it to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could act as though that's kind of the main plan, like our champion versus you. And meanwhile, we're being a little sneakier and getting ready to use the mirror. Io, do you have to be close enough, like within a certain distance for that mirror?
Well, I
You
think
mentioned
that
that already.
I think that you. Let me double check. But I believe you want to make sure he's the only one who has to make the saving throw. Let's see. Non-construct. So whoever sees that activated mirror within 30 feet of it. So I just want to make sure it's like pointed at him, and it's a whiz save.
So
And then
we need to do something to get you into position and that close.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well, and that's why I'm going invisible. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. I probably smell a little fishy, and I'm not super stealthy or anything. But
If you think that's enough, that's great. I was just thinking of like
if you are
how to get
invisible,
you there.
you do have advantage on your stealth checks.
all my stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I'm super stealthy with my +2, but yeah.
Okay.
But
So how would you like to proceed out of the room? Again, it's just the door to the north. A plain door just like the ones you came through. You can definitely see that Caradoc is fidgeting, very excited, very apprehensive about what's to come.
We probably have Das lead the way as normal, don't we?
yeah, I think I would want to be more in the center, kind of like to be covered up with noise of others. And so then she can kind of see where she could get into position.
So what would you like to do with the door first before we do that? If you want to go ahead and give yourselves a marching order, feel free to do that. Obviously, the door being to the north would be in the front, so Das would be in the front. If you want to line yourselves up behind that, that's fine too.
Or back.
I normally go right after Das. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
I can move back or forward depending on what other people want to do.
Are we bringing our extra body?
Caradoc is right here.
She's staying in the back. She's staying in the back.
He's
Okay.
staying in the back.
Oh wait,
Okay,
is Soth gonna know you for what you are?
He shouldn't, she says. I've had this body for some time and it was able to remain here in the Citadel when they raised it from the City of Lost Names. He has not sensed me. And to help out real quick, I'm going to go ahead and delete the lighting thing for the door. That way you can line yourselves up in the stairwell
Gotcha.
there.
Excellent.
I'd like to squeeze in between W and Io as we move forward.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Do.
There we go. So go ahead and line yourselves up behind Das there. you want to go, and you want Caradoc to be in the back.
You want to be up front, Senate? Okay, I guess I will be in the back. Okay.
That is the order you would like.
Looks good
Yes,
to me.
please.
All right.
I'll
let's go
let
ahead.
you know if she stabs me in the back.
Right. You put her in front of you if you want to.
No, she has other interests, I think.
Move everyone up here.
Now, this is also where they control flying the Citadel, right? So
That's
maybe
that's what Caradoc had mentioned.
maybe that's a Tallulah target.
As
We're
you
really
s-
distracting for two things. Firstly, for your mirror, and secondly, for Caradoc to do Caradoc things.
Yeah.
There you go. As you get up there, Das being the 1st one, looking to the west, you see that sections of this chamber's walls have fallen, revealing both the open interior of the temple and the dark clouds surrounding the flying island beyond. Overlooking the violet flame at the temple's heart below, this chamber holds a crude throne made of broken marble. Veins of pulsing violet light, the same shade as the flames below, the cataclysmic fire that you know, pulse through the throne. A still figure in charred armor sits on the throne, glowing red eyes staring from his closed-crowned helm. His charred breastplate bears a black rose emblem.
All right.
But he's sitting in it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Uh,
He does not
Do we
take
just-
notice of you.
all right. Mitch, can we just move? Do you want us to move in initiative, or do you want us to like immediately we just start?
Let's go ahead and let's do it. Let's go ahead and before you move, let's go ahead and do an initiative order until combat actually ensues. How's that sound? If it does.
Cool.
Who knows?
We might come to a peaceful resolution. Yeah, right.
Some of us will trip, you know.
Why'd you look at me just then, Io?
Well, you do have Das in the front, right?
Yeah.
With a 0 initiative.
Look at that.
He just wants to sleep right now.
And Senate's in the back with his
with the
29.
Basically.
All right, it is the top of the round. So first person to can take actions is Senate. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to click my boots and
You're-
fly, and I'm
I
just
will
going to
say
step on
this.
the top of everyone's head.
I will say this
Mhm.
for this purpose, since we're not in combat, your companions don't count as difficult terrain.
That's cool.
Okay. Well, I'm going to come on up. And Das, is that the person over there that you're supposed to go after?
Yes. When it comes to me, I'm just gonna walk up, challenge him, and stab him.
So you don't want me to take him out before you get a chance, is that right?
I mean, this is your chance now if you want to, but you've got 6 seconds basically until I.
All right.
Well, 6.5 because he goes on 0.
So I will move over to here and attempt to hide in the alcove, if I can.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, shoot.
I did click roll 20 a long time ago,
Ooh. You rolled a
and
1, but
Wow.
you still rolled a 23 for yourself.
Oh, so
and it wasn't
reliable.
an advantage. So yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Well, yep, there we go.
We'll show you this too. That's what his helm looks like there.
Oh, so cool. Isn't that the like collector's edition
That
art
is-
of the book too?
Yeah, that is the alt cover, yes.
Very cool.
All right, so you are successful in stealthing. Anything else for Senate?
No, because I dashed to get up through all these big galoops in front of me.
All right. That would bring to Lula.
Tallulah is going to move forward so she can see what everybody's taking a look at here. And he can see us, right?
He has not taken notice of you.
Then
You
I will
note
just.
that his figure is a bit terrifying, sitting there in the throne, and you see his armored corpse kind of crackle with cinders, and you do see like the violet fire of the cataclysmic flame, kind of embroiling him all around.
Feel like I've got a good shot from there, so I will just stay right there and stay put.
Okay. Caradoc is there, noticing that Senate is no longer there to boss them around. See, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up to there. And whispers, "You fools, take him now!" And will use their action to dash over to here. Next up is Io.
I'm still not seeing him. 20.
Oh, you see
Aha!
him now.
Yeah, 20. Okay, so I'm stealthing up to get a little closer. So how much did I go? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, I guess I can only go. Actually, I'm going to just stay hidden here because I'm not going to. Well, I don't. Are you going to use an action for stealthing, or can I
Yeah.
dash and stealth?
Well,
Or should
keep in mind that if you're stealthing, you can only move at half speed anyway.
Right. Okay, so I guess I can only come to
I mean,
there.
you could make a full move if you wanted to, then use your action as stealth. I would just
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
kind of remove.
Well, I'm kind of I'm in the doorway, so it's like if I go 30. So
Good
I'm
call,
just trying to
okay.
stay.
All right.
And I'm just going to stealth from there.
Okay.
And an advantage. Let's see how I do. 19. That's not bad.
19. All right. W.
Yeah, I still can't see him. But I also want Das to be able to essentially get a big running start. Okay, now I can see him. I think I'm gonna move here. That's the end of my speed, and knowing kind of what's coming and what the plan is to get Io closer, I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
And hopefully, if anything does come at me, it's a disadvantage and it's doesn't vaporize me on the spot.
All right. Rifzar.
All right, I will head on up. That's 20. Go to about there, I think, for my full movement. And I'm going to probably just wait to see what Das does. I think I don't want to be the one to start the combat just right yet.
Okay. You see Lord Soth on the throne. Again, his armor just crackling with the violet-colored cataclysmic fire.
Oh yeah, on that note, does Lord Soth appear to be focusing on piloting the city or something to that effect?
With your passive, what's your passive investigation? Or your passive perception? Let's see
Passive
here.
perception is 11, investigation's 15.
We'll say with your passive investigation, yes, he definitely is concentrating on piloting the Citadel.
Right.
And again, you just see him there and surrounded by the flames. And Das, you're up.
Okay. I thought you all, I think, could appreciate the fact that for a moment I was briefly tempted to just run all the way over, dash behind him and gore him and basically use that to shove him off the edge of the balcony. But I have a feeling that doesn't work really well with the plan with the mirror. but just know that I had that brief temptation. Just like
No.
pouring
really?
him right off the edge. So instead, we will again. I still will have to sort of dash to do this. So I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm assuming that's basically in front of it. I probably can't do this. And getting right in front of him, I will. Midge, you can kind of determine how much we can actually have a conversation in my round versus it takes up my
Sure.
round.
Sure.
But I do have a bonus action ready to go here. But basically, we'll say, Lord Soth, betrayer of your oath, the time has come for your existence to end.
Anything else?
Very cool.
I will have the bonus action ready depending what his response is.
Well, what are you planning on doing with the bonus action? Is what I'm asking you.
It would basically
Obviously,
just
you know
breathe
that I'm not a DM that's going to try to trick you or anything like that.
Yes. So basically, the reason I made that the speech is sort of important. I feel like just the story of the role play of the moment. But my other choice was just basically to breathe a giant gout of fire onto him using the breath that I
Okay.
have.
So because you're dragon's breath, potion of fire breath. Yeah. He will. You notice that he does react when you address him directly.
Yep.
He says, you hear in his voice through his helm. Again, his armored corpse crackling. You hear him mutter the words, "Submit or die." And he does seem to start to rise off of the throne.
Uh-oh.
So go ahead and use your breath weapon if you'd like to.
All right. I will say, no, you will die. And I will breathe that fire on him. Let me find that potion. Oh, wow. That's a lot of ones.
All right.
Not to mention the fact that I am probably pretty confident that this guy is not going to be that bothered by fire given his looks. But the main point here is that I am the distraction. So
And what is the saving throw for the potion of fire? It's a dex saving throw, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, it is a Dex 13. All right.
He makes his save.
Oh, it's advantage.
All right. So 4 damage, but more importantly than anything else, gotten his attention and distracted him. So that is my turn.
All right. So let me double check something here in the text. All right. It is now combat initiative. Senate, you're up.
All right. So I guess I'm just going to take a shot at the guy here since the die has already been cast. Let me know if I'm at advantage from stealth. Well, I'll just roll
yes.
advantage. You tell me if it's there or not.
Yes, you are. His passive is not high enough to see your stealth. And he does not. He does have that. Okay.
I clicked roll about 10 seconds ago.
No worries. AC of 24 will hit.
Wow, I don't know why I'm delaying that much. I did click damage a while ago too. Sorry.
No worries. No problem at all. Sometimes it will just take roll 20 a little bit to catch up.
There we
Oh,
go.
sorry. There, both came through at once.
So 38.
And that seemed to work, so I'll try to hide again.
Okay. You do have to move, keep in mind, to hide again.
I'll pop out and pop back.
Okay, Tallulah.
Tallulah is going to step forward, reach out, and cast haste on Io to make sure that Io has the ability to do everything that she needs to do.
Hold on. That is
This
awesome.
is all on Io
That
now.
is an awesome idea, but I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can you see invisibility?
Oh yeah, because you have to see me, I think.
Dang it. No,
Sorry.
I cannot
awesome.
see.
That is
No,
an
no.
awesome
No, and I'm
idea.
like looking at everything. I'm like, can I? Do I have anything that would let? No.
It's okay. I have enough. I'll be good. I'll be good. And also, I stealth, so I'm hidden as well. Well, your passive
Yep.
might be high enough. Yeah.
Yep. I do not do that.
Oh, your passive would be my
No,
stealth.
by the way,
you know where I am.
it was a fucking great idea. Unfortunately.
Very cool.
I was
Yeah,
just like,
it
how
is.
can I help Io be successful?
It would have helped me like get across the room. So yeah.
In that case, I will just heavy crossbow shot this guy
Okay.
to further try to be a distraction.
But that will hit.
And again,
Oof.
16 will
doesn't hit, I
miss.
assume.
Correct.
And I will throw my flying longsword out 30 feet in front of me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And can it move on its own?
You would have to check the.
No,
measure?
at 30 feet. No, it can after this turn.
Gotcha.
So it can't quite make it to him. It'd make it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It'd make it here.
Okay, go ahead and pull out one
And
of the.
that would be it for now.
Go ahead and pull out one of the spiritual weapon things there.
Yeah. Spiritual weapon. Looking for it. I know I've seen it before here. There we go. And that will be Tallulah's turn. She'll whisper, "Good luck, Io."
All right, at the end of your turn, Soth is going to take a legendary action.
Oh no. Never liked the sound of those.
This is going to be against Das.
Dramatic
That would be
pause.
so mean.
Go.
Uh-oh. I can't see him right now. I can't counterspell it.
Oh no! Can I? Do I have counterspell? I don't think I do.
All right.
Don't worry about it. It's going to smell so much better.
Worst.
Spell
What's
save?
the
Your charisma saving throw, it is a DC 19.
At least it's.
Yeah, fortunately I've got a good charisma save. I will also use my DM inspiration on this.
All right.
And you have your aura.
And my
His aura's already
and
added
that is
in. Yeah.
that is not enough.
Is the range
That's
on
the
Flash
distance
of
on
Genius?
Flash of Genius. Yeah. I'm looking.
It's
Might
30
not-
feet. I just
30
don't remember
feet.
the difference.
I am not 30. I'm more than 30 feet away from him.
The paladin has
Yes.
been banished. So we're going to move you up
No,
here.
no.
Huh? Yeah, your DC was 19.
Yes. I have never been banished before. So what is the
We're going to go ahead and
New experiences.
we're just going to move you up here for now, Das.
sure?
Does he? Well, he can cast invisibility too.
I think the way it works is you have to sit in the corner and face the wall.
Here, wear this cap.
Oh my god, that would be good art.
What's crazy is that Senate, can you just give us a little bit of your inner monologue after you heard Das step up there, make his impassioned, beautiful speech, and Lord Soth steps up and just banishes him. Could you just give us a little bit of insight to what's going on in Sinet's head?
Goodness.
He might be away from the computer.
Yeah.
All right, that was at the end of Tallulah's turn with his legendary action.
That was a legendary action.
So Caradoc is up. Caradoc is completely ignoring what Senator had said. We're actually going to move Soth into one of these squares there, just for combat map purposes. And then Caradoc's going to step up and attack using the long sword and the short sword. Oh, wow. Hitting. Which will force a Constitution save on the concentration.
Oh, nice.
No problem.
Which he makes.
The second longsword attack will miss, and the short sword will miss as well. All right, Io, you are up.
All right. 5, 10. Where is he? 15. You know, I may not care about Caradoc at this moment, right? There's the only two people right next to each other and within 30 feet.
That is true.
No.
What? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even waiting for them. Benabog. And I throw up the mirror facing those two. And let me see if I can get the details here.
I mean, we would hope Caradoc isn't dumb enough to look, right?
Well, yeah, I'm definitely like facing it towards. I'm angling it towards Lord Soft's face in any way I can. And it is a where's the saving throw? DC 15 whiz save.
Is there anything such thing as a reverse flash of genius?
As
There is on
as
other
you
places.
pull out the mirror saying Benabog and throw it out as it begins to float in front of Lord Soth.
Mm-hmm.
You see him immediately turn to it, his eyes gazing at you first, Io, and then his eyes catch the mirror.
He can't see me. I'm still invisible. That wasn't a spell.
And he's transfixed.
Yes.
And give me a this is no action, but give me a perception check, Io.
Oh, I'm horrible. Oh no, I'm not horrible. I'm pretty good. But it's still a 10.
You hear him whisper a name.
Do I hear the name?
He says, Isold.
Isold. And do I know who Isold is?
You do recall that it was his wife and
Yeah.
all the stuff like that from his fall and everything of that nature. And he stares into the mirror transfixed.
Any chance that makes him drop concentration?
That's what I'm wondering.
Right back.
Go ahead and give me a second to check out the magic item real quick.
You should flash that on the screen if you can, because
Sure. Show it up to everybody. That way you don't have to go through and look for it.
yeah, I think it's it says he's stunned. I think.
Paralyzed. I believe.
Paralyzed.
Paralyzed. That's what it is.
We, of course, are going to use the most updated rules for Paralyzed, which are in the Dragons of Stormwreck Isle. For those watching can see the Paralyzed as well. Incapacitated. So incapacitated, I do believe its concentration is broken. So Das will reappear in the closest spot he can since Caradoc stepped up there. So Das is right there. Let me take the concentration off of Lord Soth.
In my head,
Hopefully-
it's hysterical as he comes crashing back down into Karsok.
Right.
Hopefully he doesn't block line of sight to the mirror, because that would be a problem.
Right.
Dawson's instinct is, of course, going to immediately be to attack, too.
So that is, shoot, I just closed that, which I shouldn't have. Give me a second. Let me
It
go ahead
isn't
and.
saying that
Well,
damage
does
does
say
anything.
no. It just says a non-construct creature other than you sees its reflection in the activated mirror within 30 feet of it. Creature must make a Wisdom saving throw 15 DC or become paralyzed until the mirror is deactivated until the creature can no longer see the mirror. We're going to say it blocks the line of sight for Soth. But what we're going to do, let's go ahead and pull out. Let me search here. Oops, spell it correctly.
Could we roll to see which slot DOS would actually go into? 1 to top, 2 to side, 3 to bottom?
Well, it's really not going to do much at the moment because it's just within 30 feet. So let me pull something out here that we can use as a mirror. There we go. We'll just grab something from the
Oh yeah, there we go.
from the art objects.
Neat.
Let's go ahead and set this up for IO to control it. So you should be able to move that IO, correct?
I think so.
See if you can move
I,
it.
I was gonna angle it that way.
Sure.
I don't know if it just comes up straight next to me. I didn't even notice or if it. It just says it hovers in the air. It doesn't, but it doesn't say where if I have a place to locate it or if it's just kind of by me.
So if you want to put it by the dancing sword, basically you can,
Yeah.
which is fine. Like if you want to move it underneath there, I'll go ahead and actually
Yeah.
move it to the back. That way it's underneath there.
Yeah.
But that does mean that Caradoc and DOS will have to make the Wisdom saving throw. So go ahead and give me a Wisdom saving throw, DOS, DC 15.
I didn't know where DOS
You have
was. Sorry.
advantage, Doss.
No.
But I guess what I'm saying is, why would DOS necessarily have gone to that space? Because if he shunted down to here,
It's still
he
within
wouldn't
30
be
feet.
in.
It's still within 30
It's
feet.
still within
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. And it's just basically a spot near around. So if DOS wants to come in down here, that's totally fine. Just put him near the edge.
DOS made it.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking he was blocking the mirror, and that was the problem. But it's not. It's just he's in the. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Caradoc does fail.
And DOS would have advantage because of the hero's feast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. But sorry, what's the
DC
saving
was only
throw?
15, so you're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine.
Either way, yeah.
But yeah, Caradoc does have to. Oh, but Caradoc didn't make it. But I wasn't too worried.
All right. Anything else, Io?
Well, let's see. That was my move, my action. I don't really have any good bonus action, so I'm just there.
W, you are up.
So I'm within 30 feet of the mirror too. Do I need to make a save at
But
the start of my turn?
I don't believe so.
I didn't have it angled towards you.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like I'm kind of treating it like a
Okay.
like a beholder thing. Let me go ahead and take a look at it real quick.
It does
It's that
say
you have to
sees
see-
its reflection, so if the
Yeah.
mirror's
Yeah.
pointing the other way, you can't.
Yeah.
So if I can stay behind it, I'll be okay.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, and I'm going to say, Das, you're our best chance of getting out of this. Do the other Knights of Solamnia proud. And I'm going to touch them, and I'm going to cast Holy Weapon.
Nice.
Now, double check Holy Weapon. I believe it has to be on a non-magical weapon, or no?
No, so you... Here, I'll display it.
Sure. Yeah.
Um,
No worries.
A weapon you touch with power until the spell ends. The weapon emits bright light in 30-foot radius, dim light for an additional. In addition, weapon attacks made with it deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage. If the weapon isn't already a magic weapon,
Perfect.
it
Okay.
becomes one. So
Perfect.
you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's a 5th level. It's not like
Yeah.
was it magic weapon or whatever it is.
And so, Das, you do an extra 2d8 on top of all the other d8s that you do.
Nice.
Don't forget, you also have a bonus action too that you can do as well.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's
that would be bad though.
That's W's
Currently.
action.
So essentially, I come up like a coach and give him a pat on the butt. And go, attaboy, go get him. and then I'm going to retreat 15 foot back here. And I'm next to Io in case anything comes at them. I can use my last reaction to
Sure.
give that guarding shield. So that's it.
All right, Rifsar.
All right. What I will do, and there may be some risk involved in this, but hopefully not too much. I'll get a little bit closer, and that puts me reasonable distance from that. So that's within 60 feet, and I will cast at 6th level Summon Draconic Spirit. And I'm going to. Oh, that's a lot of text. I'm going to make this look like a red dragon because I kind of feel like I have to, and pop it up there. So at 6th level, it does have extra hit points. It'll be 60, but I guess I can fix that later.
I'll do that right now. We're talking about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, and will I have to have it roll a wisdom save on the mirror?
From its location, yes.
Okay, right. I can't just tell it to not look at the mirror, but okay. So wisdom save, and it looks like it's a +2. Is that right?
I think I might have
Does
your
it have-
proficiency bonus, maybe?
Yeah, up above it says +2.
It also has,
okay.
let's see.
It'll be in Darce's aura, so that will help
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yes.
Okay, I will just roll the wisdom save for it, and we can add whatever that ends up being. I think it's safe to say that's
makes
enough.
a save, yes. It makes a save, definitely.
Okay, so on the turn at which it's summoned, it takes its turn immediately after mine. So what I will do is I will move just back down here behind, get to cover basically, and tell it to go nuts after that. So on its turn, then it will. I think it can do all of its stuff the same turn I summon it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a breath weapon angled not to hit anybody but Lord Soth? I think I can.
Yeah, but my question is real quick. What do you want it to be resistant to? Are you resistant to fire?
Oh, fire. Yeah, that's the plan.
Fair enough. Yeah, it can
red
do
dragon,
its breath
fire
weapon.
resistance, all of that.
Sure.
Okay, so 30-foot cone. It's I'll do the damage roll first. So it's going to be a 7 fire damage. I think it's just 7. Yes. And the dex save is going to be my spell save DC, which is 18.
He is paralyzed, which I with being incapacitated, which I think makes him fail his dexterity saving throws automatically.
Okay. And then it can do, with the multi-attack, it can do a number of rend attacks equal to half the spell's level rounded down, which at 6th level is 3. So I'll do 3 attacks with it looks like my spell attack modifier. Oh, do those have advantage?
Yes, because he's paralyzed.
Yes.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm going to roll 3 d20s, one for each, and we'll see if it will...
They're also critical hits if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh.
So I need
So
you
never
to
mind.
give
They're all
me,
crits.
so hold on. Hold tight. So the first roll would be a 17 and a 10. That will miss. The next roll would be a 22 and a 5. That will hit. So go ahead and roll me 4d6 from that first.
Sorry, I think that the 17 is on its wisdom save.
Oh, gotcha.
The spell attacks are 22, 22, 25.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, those are with the extra ones. Those are all hits. So go ahead and roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12 d6.
Wow.
It's I think 1d6 plus 10 for each hit. So if we double that, it's what?
My apologies. I was looking at the breath weapon damage.
Yeah.
So it'd be
okay, yeah.
3d6 plus 12, and then an extra 3d6.
Yeah. So 3 more d6.
The rend I think also adds the spells level, but it'll just be 2d6, right, for a crit? For each, so it'll be 66 total.
Yeah.
I'll just roll that,
So
and we can use
66
those
plus
numbers.
30.
Yes, that sounds right.
So 44. Nice.
44.
Very cool.
Okay, my rather lengthy turn is over.
That was a lot of math.
All right. And we are about just a minute or so away from another ad break. So we're going to come back to Lord Soth's turn, which is nothing because he's paralyzed, to Das's turn. When we come back from our ad break, please stick around. We've got about another half hour or so of the stream, and we're going to definitely see what Das does on the other side of the ad break. We will see you after the ads are done. So stick around. We'll be right back. All right, we're bringing the game back live. For those of you that might have subs on here, you won't see the ad break. But a quick shout out. I got to give a shout out to this guy. Ooh, playing Empire Total War. Nice. So, We met, a great friend of the channel, awesome guy. We've met. I've actually been on one of his streams before. We were playing some Dead by Daylight, which is actually how we met, watching some other Dead by Daylight content. But this guy, 2023, great friend of the channel, so much. Definitely stops by whenever he has a chance to see us streaming, sticks around, chats, gives us some great lurks. Very much appreciated. Thank you for stopping by so much for our 1 year anniversary from being a Twitch affiliate. Very much appreciated. So good to see you. How was your stream? If you are looking and stepped away, no problem. Definitely self-care after a stream is a big thing to take care of, especially if you stream for as long as we do at times. Sometimes 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours. Today for me, it's going to be 7 hours. Yesterday was 12 hours, 8 hours, something like that. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. I very much appreciate it, man. Very much appreciate it. And I kind of feel jealous that you were streaming and I didn't get to watch you. I'm always checking every time I jump online. Is he streaming? Is he streaming? We'll have to definitely get together and do a Swift for some Dead by Daylight again here soon. Definitely. But yes, definitely, I gave him a shout out there. Go over and check out this guy, 2023, over on his Twitch channel. Definitely a great person, awesome to game with, and is a great friend of the channel. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. And unfortunately, our players are coming back from the break, and I do have to move some things up here. I do have to put Lord Soth back in front of Das because I kind of missed something in the text of the adventure, as Lord Soth has taken some damage, which does indeed give him a saving throw.
Oh no!
From the mirror, since he is taking damage.
No.
So he took damage from Senate. Who else did he take damage from? Did he take damage from Tallulah as well?
Yes, he did.
But
Oh,
those are before the mirror.
Those are both before the mirror.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah.
they
Yes.
were.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Mitch?
Ah, my headset went off. Sorry, everyone.
No, you're
No
good.
worries.
There
We could hear
go.
you.
Okay, you can hear
You were
me.
screaming.
Yes.
You're screaming.
We were
Yeah.
screaming. That was before the mirror. That was before the mirror.
So after
Yeah.
Io, yes. So after Io went, the only person that did damage was W. Didn't do damage, right?
That's correct.
No.
I just gave Holy Weapon to Das.
Yes, and then Rifsar's out on the west. So he gets one save when Rifsar damages him. So let's do the save first, which is a Wisdom saving
okay.
throw, right? DC 15.
Yes.
No!
All right, so at the end of Rifsar's turn, he gets the save. He does not have any of his legendary actions until it is now the start of his turn. So he is no longer paralyzed by the mirror. He will have to go ahead and make another save, which we'll do right now. And he does make his save. So his actions are up. The first thing that Lord Soth will do is going to use his cataclysmic fire.
Well, now he's immune to it, so.
Oh, he is immune to it once he makes the save? Okay.
Yeah.
He is going to throw this out there. I'm going to pull this out from our spell templates just to represent the area. I did, and my apologies, please don't hate on me. It did mention once he takes damage, he does get to make his save.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to go right there.
Oh no. That's not where I expected it to go.
Yeah, me either.
Does it wrap? Does it hit Tallulah and me as well?
Yes. It is his cataclysmic fire, very similar to a fireball, but it does more damage. Let me add this in there because they don't have it set up to do the damage. I'm going to change that real quick. So
What's
I'll have to
Das's aura
roll it.
bonus?
It is a plus. Why am I thinking 3? Plus 3.
It is still plus 3. Okay.
And I'm just outside it, aren't I?
Yeah, only IO. Of the affected folks, only IO's in it.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Is it deck save or?
Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Just adding something to the actual ability because I didn't have it added in to roll the damage. So I'm just going to have it roll it automatically. And that should have it roll the damage. And here we go. It is a DC 19 dexterity saving throw.
Ow.
I'm going to use inspiration.
Well, me too. Me too. I still don't know if I'm gonna get it, but nope.
Oof.
Dexterity, you said?
Yes.
That's gonna take me
W's like, yeah, look at my rolls tonight.
making sure I'm not.
I just
Nope.
made it.
I'm down.
Oh
Yeah.
Are you within 30 feet of me? 5? No, I can't see you.
Oh, you can't see me. I see you.
Can I see her around that corner to flash
I
of
can-
genius?
I see you.
Yeah, you can see her. It's on your vision. You can see her. Yeah.
Flash of genius.
I still don't know if that's gonna do it.
What, 11, 12, 13, 14 plus 5?
Plus
It's
3.
19,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Then I
She's
would
not
save.
blessed though.
That's not blessed. That's Doss's aura.
Oh, Dasazori. Gotcha. Okay.
I'm the only one in Doss's aura. So yeah, that would get me.
Nice.
Yeah, that would just get you to it.
So if you
Yeah.
made
Okay.
I'll
your
put together
save,
your save.
if you made,
Uh-huh.
if you failed your save, you're going to take 74 points of damage.
Wow.
41 of it fire, 33 of it necrotic. If you made your save, you're going to only take 20 points of fire, and then 16 points of necrotic. And then, of course, half that again in either making your save or failing your save if you're resistant to either of those.
I am fire resistant. So
Okay.
As
that's
is Rift's are.
16 plus 10. So
Hmm.
that's just 26 damage to W. But I gotta make a Constitution saving throw for Holy Weapon.
So yeah, what is the? I always forget the con saves. It's half. Is that what it is?
Half of the total damage, or
So
a DC
36.
10, whichever's higher.
I'm
36.
gonna use my reaction, use my Artificer Mind Sharpener thing to save my concentration.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm still invisible.
I'm going to use absorb elements to take 9 points of damage off my damage.
For necrotic
The-
or for fire. I think it's only for fire, right? It's elements, yeah. So fire.
Yeah, it's only fire is a choice.
The draconic spirit is gone.
Oh.
I can only flash of genius once.
But just look who's next.
Sorry,
All
what
right.
was the half damage again?
The damage was for fire.
Yeah,
So did you make your save?
I did.
Okay, so that's 20 points of fire damage, and then if you took the resistant to it, then it only becomes 10 fire damage.
And then necrotic, right, for 16.
Yes, and then take the whole 16 points of necrotic.
So the necrotic is not safe for half?
No, it definitely is. So it was only 16 necrotic. Yeah.
So, I mean, you people might be resistant, but some of us just figure you can't burn what you can't catch.
Oh, nice.
Evasion.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yep.
All right, and I think that might be Lord Sauce action, his turn. He only has that once a day, but it does say that's what he goes ahead and starts off with. All right,
Get 'em.
so that is his turn. He is going to move. He's going to stay put. He's immune to us. He's going to stay put. So, Das, you're up.
All right.
Go,
All
go.
right.
You got it.
Well,
Get 'em.
I don't have auto crits anymore, but so we're going to do precise strike on this guy now to basically give myself advantage, and we're
Nice.
Oh, that will
we're going
hit.
to throw a smite on top of that, as well as the obviously the holy weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 17 piercing plus the 5 for my regular or sort of everyday improved divine smite.
I'm gonna go
This is
ahead
a
and just
third-
I'm gonna reduce them as we go. So that's 23
Okay.
points. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is a third
Or
level
23,
smite
you're
because
right.
I'm dead.
And he's undead,
It's,
right?
He's undead, so that's 5d8 and 4d8 for the smite.
Mm-hmm.
20 damage, 8 for the precise strike, 2 for the holy weapon.
3 for
So we've got
23, 33.
yeah, so 22. 33 for all the sort of additional riders.
And that was your first attack.
Second attack, I'm going to use the potion of advantage to give myself advantage on this one, the one that I drank earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Get him, Doss. Get him.
Good use because that will allow you to hit.
All right.
So
All right, so
there.
20, so 12, 11, 19. My last remaining smite, also a third level, so another 5d8,
Nice.
27, plus the holy weapon, 14.
So 30, 41.
So 41 from the riders, and then 19 from the sort of base plus initial improved smite.
There are viewers watching, so I can't really swing it to where I can fluff it. See how many hit points he has left for those watching.
So last quick thing then here is I have my bonus action. I can either breathe fire on him, or I can try to basically knock him off the edge and make him take falling damage and die that way. Which one do we think I should do?
Totally up to you.
Whatever you think would be more dramatic.
Yeah, we're gonna try to ram this guy with my horns and just knock him off and have him take the falling damage. So
He doesn't look like he flies, does he?
Not that you
Who
know.
knows?
All right, so we've got hammering horns. He has to make a DC 17 strength saving throw. Or be pushed 10 feet away from me.
All right.
Yeah, he's probably strong though.
Cool. Attempt
Yeah,
his
he's probably
strength saving throw.
Wow.
25.
All right. Doss is disappointed that he's not the one to finish off Lord Soth, but he's oh shoot, it's that.
I said it.
Oh
And he has
Get him, get it.
You will never, ever, ever live this down.
Yeah.
Anything else, Das?
That is it.
All right,
Steady aim. Here
At
we
the
go.
end of your turn,
Oh no.
Lord
legendary.
Soth is going to use legendary action.
Of course he is. Where's his mount?
Or his mount.
Ugh.
Yeah, he moves his
Okay.
speed or commands a mount.
Okay.
So Das, go ahead and give me a DC 20 strength save.
DC 20 strength save. Let's see. Oop, fail.
You're knocked prone,
Uh-oh.
and he's going to move where you wanted to push him. So we're going to put him on the GM layer. He is down in the level below, which you can see the Brethren down below his seneschal, his standard bearer, down below as he retreats down below. And we will continue this in our next session, as that is going to
Oh,
bring
my
us to
goodness.
the end, as Lord Soth has not escaped, but he has moved
Bigger
down
fight.
below to fight for our next session, and that's going to bring us to the end of the session tonight. Great job, guys! Oh my gosh, that was so
Alrighty.
freaking awesome.
Thank you, Mitch. That was wonderful.
Oh, that was
That
so
was
fun. So we're going to leave you
I
at
just
where
have
you're
to
at.
point out,
Go ahead.
just because my mic wasn't working at the time when you asked for the inner monologue when Das was banished, Senate was thinking, well, he was just saying, he just did what we were all thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Just banishing, getting
Mhm.
rid of DOS.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right, so that will bring us to the conclusion tonight of the session. We'll talk when our next session is going to be. We'll talk with the players if they're interested in maybe streaming this session again for the final session. Um, Obviously, perhaps maybe you as the viewers might want to see the conclusion of what's going on, as the next session will definitely be the final session of our Dragonlance, the Shadow of the Dragon Queen. They have Lord Soth on the run. He has dropped back down into the area where the brazier with the cataclysmic fire is. He's left the throne there, but he still
Yeah.
does have the control helm himself
Oh, okay.
on him to that way you can make your way down either coming off of the ledge or coming back down the way that you came up there. And we will pick this up the next time we run. What do you think, all? Did you have fun streaming it tonight?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure. Good time.
Yeah, a lot is not as stressful. We had some great raiders
No.
come in. Again, thank you, this guy, for raiding in. Nikki Arian, thank you so much for the raid as well, for coming in. We're going to do a little bit of finishing up some clerical stuff after the session, being that we're playing Adventures League and such like that. But we'll go ahead and call this to the end. Do any of you want to say anything before we head out, before I finish up with our normal end of stream announcements?
Just a big thanks, Mitch. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great game.
Thank you so much. Good game,
Mhm.
everyone.
Yes,
Yep.
thank you all for playing
Thanks
as
to
well.
the viewers
Thank you
for watching.
Pardon?
I was just throwing in a thanks to the viewers for watching. It was fun.
Oh yes, yes,
Yep.
and thank you all for allowing me to stream this for our 1 year Twitch affiliate anniversary. Thanks everybody for checking us out tonight. Thanks for the new followers. Thank you both for the raids that came in. Of course, thanks to all of our supporters, especially our patrons from Patreon. Of course, Talos Das is one of those. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider becoming a patron or subbing here on Twitch, twitch.tv/The Master of Dungeons. We do love your Prime subs. If you have Amazon Prime, you can connect it to your Twitch account, and you get a free sub every month to a streamer that you enjoy. Of course, the link to our Patreon page, as well as our YouTube channel and all of our social media accounts, can be found in the About Us section below here on Twitch. If you want to subscribe to us on YouTube, it is free. Like and comment on the videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Feel free to give us some retweets, some likes, some shares, all that good stuff. Every sub, like, and share helps us immensely. You can also support us and chat with these wonderful players by clicking on the About Us section below and smashing that Discord panel where you can join the Master of Dungeons community Discord server, where you can help shape an accepting, caring, and inclusive D&D community. The merch store is also open, which you can also access below in the About Us section as well. Anything you purchase from the merch store will help support the channel. We have some t-shirts, we have some hats, we have a hoodie, we have some glassware on there as well. We have a Pride shirt that is never going down because we always believe that every month is Pride Month. So make sure to check that out. Of course, tips are always welcome, but not expected. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you tomorrow. We do have a stream at 2 p.m. for our Tavern Talks at the Shifty Boar, where we talk about news in D&D. I think, as mentioned earlier from some of the players, I think Rifsar had mentioned that, about some of the changes in spells. So what we're probably going to do tomorrow for that is go through and talk about some of the Unearthed Arcana playtest material that's come out for 1D&D, and go back, starting with the most recent one with, I think it was Player's Handbook 8 or something like that, and going back through and finding out what spells have changed through the different playtest material that's come out. But thanks for watching tonight. Also, if you have a chance, I did post my gamer stream that we're going to start up here within the next few months. It is, let me go ahead and post that again for a shout out if anyone wants to follow that. We're going to move a lot of our mostly video games outside of Dungeons and Dragons or Lord of the Rings Online, which is obviously Dungeons and Dragons adjacent, because without Lord of the Rings, there would be no D&D. But it is Game Purist there for Twitch. And then if you would also, we're talking about going ahead and multi-streaming or simulcast streaming on kick.com. If you go over there, once we get 75 followers over there, we're going to start experimenting with a little bit of streaming on Kick, and then also simulcasting with Twitch and Kick. So it's kick.com/Master of Dungeons. If you can give us a follow over there, that would help us getting close to our goal. And thank you so much for checking out our special little stream tonight. We'll figure out what the next day is that we're going to play the last session, the ultimate session of Dragonlance, the Shadow of the Dragon Queen, and we'll definitely post that on our socials as well as in our Discord. But thank you all for watching tonight. Thank you all for playing this evening as well. Take care. Have a great day tomorrow, and as always, happy adventuring. Be safe.